On the air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
.607, The Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Thursday edition.
Yeah, man.
And we are on all 9 cylinders.
I know that's right.
Because we are going full steam ahead.
I heard that.
So, Bonnie, how you doing this morning?
Very well this morning. And
Yeah.
we say thanks for waking up nationwide. Those of us listening on Facebook, those of you, and right around our Treasure Coast area, welcome to our AM show.
Yeah, we're a worldwide show. We're not just an AM show. We are worldwide, nationwide, worldwide, universe-wide. I heard the folks on the space station are listening to us. Randy Siegel told me that he has an in with NASA, and he got the astronauts to listen to our little morning show.
They probably can listen and see us from way up on the space station.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool,
by now with all of the technology that's going on.
I wonder if we'd be able to actually have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be
wouldn't it?
pretty nice. A little bit of a remote. It would be nice to go up there and be in the space station and have a remote.
You can go, and I'll stay right here on land.
What do we have? A liftoff sometime this morning, it was expected.
I actually have a secret phone number that Randy Siegel gave me. He sent me an email, and let me find it here.
We got a shuttle going up to Mars and gonna kind of browse the red planet. And
he sent me a secret phone number with a secret access code that allows us to listen in as everything happens. So if we can possibly squeeze it in, it's supposed to go off at 8:50 this morning, I think. I'm not sure. Let me see here. I think it's 8:50, 7:50. Yeah, it's supposed to go off at 7:50 this morning. So we may have to alter our news a little bit if we can possibly make that happen. We'll see. But right now it's 7:50 is launch time, and it's scheduled for 7:50, and it's an 80% chance, they said.
80% chance of go. And it looks like the conditions are right. That's what we were saying yesterday in the news too, that 80%, and hopefully it'll be another successful mission to the red planet.
Now I was told that it's going to take a year and a half to get this contraption or whatever it is they're sending up there. It's going to take a year and a half to get to Mars.
Things take a lot of time and definitely a lot of money now, don't they?
Yeah. But could you imagine sending a man to Mars? It would take a year and a half to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like an eternity.
I don't know if I would have the patience to be an astronaut and do that.
That's a long way.
And from the looks of it, we were watching it the other night, and Gary said, I don't know if I could go up into space. That looks like a little space to be sitting.
What if they offered you $1 million to go on the next mission and go to the space station, stay for a week, and then you come home? Would you do it for $1 million?
That's just an answer where I couldn't answer yes or no right away. It would be, for me, it would be.
Let's say somebody called you on the phone. Let's say Elon Musk called you up and say, we want to put a radio broadcaster up on the space station. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and you have to give me an answer, yes or no, right now.
Well, right now, I would have to do some research.
Okay.
Yeah, my life is more important than just saying, hey, they're going to give you $1 million, and something I would be going head first into, not feet first, because I wouldn't have my feet on the ground.
No, you wouldn't have anything on the ground. Yeah, I would be floating.
I would have to definitely research that matter first. And, I couldn't give them an answer right away.
Really? Wow.
Sounds like the opportunity of a lifetime, but I think considering people here matter more to me, my family, my
Right.
pets,
Right.
my house.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I have right here is clear that it just matters more than just saying, "Hey, yeah, that's a great idea."
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I don't know. For me, if the opportunity arose and I knew that I could deal with all the motion, because I get motion sick.
Right.
Now, if I knew that I could deal with all the motion, I would jump at it in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I would go for $1,000,000. Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Go up for a week, come back, and collect my paycheck. I'd be done. I've got life
Yeah.
insurance. That's what they make life insurance for. God forbid something happens. I know my family would be well taken care of. My family probably would be pushing me out the door and saying, "Dad, go for it. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity."
Yeah.
So I think I would do it.
Do you think Rachel would be pushing you out the door with
Oh,
that
yeah.
opportunity
Yes,
too?
in a heartbeat. Yeah,
Because
she
you
would.
said she's kind of on the fearful side of like even going to Israel and traveling in an airplane.
Well,
that
we had a
far.
conversation. It's funny you mentioned that because we had a conversation yesterday and we were watching some television and there was some video that came up about going to Hawaii. And I said to her, I'm like, I'd really like to go to Hawaii when all this stuff goes by. Would you consider going with me? And it wasn't a no, which I was
Ooh,
shocked.
That's a good,
It wasn't a no.
Yeah.
So I got a definitive answer.
There's a possibility there.
Yeah, there's a possibility. So Hawaii would be better than going to Israel.
It sounds
So-
like that. What is it? A plane ride to Hawaii? Is that
Well, you have to
8 or
figure
9?
it's 5 hours to get to LA nonstop from
Okay.
Fort Lauderdale.
So that gives
And
me
then
an
you have
idea.
another 6 hours to get to Hawaii. Because Hawaii's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I did go on a plane from Madison, Wisconsin to LA, and
Yeah.
6 hours was the longest duration I've been in a plane.
Exactly. We have a phone call this early in the morning. We say good morning to whoever this is. Who's on the air with us?
The signal isn't coming through very good this morning.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Where are you listening to us at?
On WSTU.
Well, I kind of figured that, but I mean, what city are you in? I hear myself in the background. Okay.
She was kind of shy.
Okay,
We
that's
didn't
all
find
right.
out where she was, but
Okay.
little lady can go on the internet and get a better signal
Yeah.
of us.
If you're listening to us and you're having trouble listening on your radio, please go to WSTU1450.com and you'll be able to hear the morning show. I was curious what city she was in. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to find out.
Maybe she has Alexa at home.
Yeah. Maybe she does. Hold on. Let me try something real quick. Alexa, play WSTU 1450. Okay, so now I've made everybody's Alexa device.
She might be
So,
smiling and
okay.
dancing in her kitchen right
Okay,
now
hold on.
and
Let me
getting us.
get the Google side of things. Hey Google, play WSTU 1450. Okay, now we've activated everybody's devices.
There was a little bit of static in her phone too when
Well, it was
she
her
called.
phone.
Yeah,
That was her phone.
definitely.
So it could have been a caveat of things. I better not say that word because that word may be too sophisticated for people. Caveat.
Oh, caveat.
Caveat.
I kind of like it.
It could be a lot of things. There we go.
Hey, it could be the name of a new car. Is there a
caveat.
car called the Caveat
a
out there?
caveat. A caveat.
It almost sounds like Cadillac.
I think
to
I'll
me.
go buy me a caveat. A caveat. So let's go back to where we were. I would definitely go.
You would.
I would go. I would go. And we're
Yeah.
talking about going to Hawaii, so it's 5 hours to get to LA, and then another 6 hours to get to Honolulu.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking, you fly to LA, 5 hours, you take a break, you switch planes, and you go another 6 hours. Now, if you leave Fort Lauderdale at 6 a.m, okay, so that means you get to LA at 11 a.m. Our time, which would be 11 to 8 o'clock California time. Now you're flying 6 hours to get to Hawaii. So now you have to add 6 hours onto the trip. So that would make it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, 2 o'clock. So you'd be getting there 2 o'clock California time. That would be 2, 1, 12, 11. You'd be getting there 11 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time, which would be 11, 12, 2, 3, 5 o'clock our time.
5 o'clock, 5 p.m. our time.
5 p.m. our time.
Yeah.
Right.
I would like that little break in there, like you mentioned, stopping in
So you
California.
really, it's like you left in the morning and you're still morning time
Mm-hmm.
when you get there. So you could actually, you eat breakfast in Fort Lauderdale and then you get to Hawaii and you have breakfast again.
There's no way I would like to fly in a plane for a duration of a straight 15 or 16 hours.
Well, it's not
so-
straight. You'd
but,
have 5 hours.
But I know
then you
some
have a
people have
break.
done it. I
Yeah.
know. I'm just saying, for instance, if there wasn't that little stop in there,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could be in a plane that long, but I guess people do it.
Yeah, people do
You
it. They
know.
fly international all the time. It's pretty cool to do it. I have flown to LA several times on business when I did
Yeah.
syndicated radio, and I flew in first class, and it was a really nice experience.
It would be.
Flight was
yeah.
great. The flight attendants were excellent. Had a great time. The only issue is coming home from Hawaii. So let's say you leave Hawaii at 6 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time. So it's 12 noon Florida time.
You might lose a whole day once you get back here,
Well, it's
right?
not you might. Okay, you get to LA.
Yeah.
You're flying 6 hours to LA. So now it's 3 in the afternoon LA time. Okay, which is 6 o'clock
6 o'clock here.
our time here. Now you leave
Yeah.
LA and you leave at, let's say, 1 o'clock, and you have 5 hours to fly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's
So
6
you're getting
o'clock.
back at 8 or
6,
9.
7, 8, 9. You're
at
getting
night?
back 9 o'clock at
9 o'clock.
night.
Which wouldn't be
Yeah.
bad. You know, you would be probably tired from traveling all day,
That would
but
be some serious jet lag.
getting here at night, maybe having to go to work the next day.
I think
you
I might
could-
just book my Hawaii flight.
You could still make it.
I might just book Hawaii. I might just book a Hawaii vacation for, let's say, July of next year,
I have a
because that's Rachel's birthday.
I have a good friend in town, and my best friend's daughter, pregnant right now,
Yeah.
and they did book a flight to Hawaii. She's
Mhm.
she's going to Hawaii, her and her man, and
Okay.
I'm like thinking, can you be up in an airplane being pregnant?
Of course you
I
can.
don't know how that. I would be nervous of that
Baby's not going to drop.
cabin pressure and
No.
a little baby, but
No,
but
there's
I
no
guess
cabin pressure.
pregnant lady-
Everything's pressurized
pregnant ladies have flown before.
all the time.
I would be
Rachel
nervous
was
with it.
pregnant with Gavin
Yeah.
when we went on our cruise,
Yeah.
and Gavin sailed the high seas when he was in the belly, and then he sailed the high seas when he was out of the belly.
My mom and dad took a trip all the way to Mount Rushmore
Oh, that's beautiful up there.
when she was pregnant with me.
Mm.
My mom was pregnant with me, let's see, when she was 35 or 36.
Okay.
She was having me kind of late. But she made a trip, and I guess they had been camping out in one of the big parks, and
Mhm.
I was in the tent as no wait, I was already born.
Wait, how old was your mom when she had you?
She was like 35 or
Okay.
36.
My dad was 40 when, let me see, he was born in 20. I was born in 60. So my dad was 40 when he had me. My mother was
Wow.
37.
Yeah. That's
And-
about how my mom and dad were, because my
Yeah.
dad was nearing 40, or he was 40 also. But what I was going to say is, actually, no, she wasn't pregnant with me. I had already been born, but they took me all the way to Mount Rushmore when I was
Oh.
a little baby.
Oh, okay.
So the story was, I was in the tent, and a bear had come outside of the tent,
Okay.
and this bear was kind of walking around. Was like a little tiny baby.
Oh, wow.
But even to take that kind of trip, heck, maybe I would rather be pregnant with a baby inside than, having the baby in the vehicle and already born and going all that way with one.
yeah, you got to be
that
careful.
would be a feat,
Some people can't fly, though, when they're pregnant because they're a high-risk pregnancy, too.
right?
So they have to be very,
Plus
very
the
careful.
COVID right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if I would want to take that risk.
Yeah, 6:21 right now. It's news time. Let's head over to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The disturbance formerly known as potential tropical cyclone 9 has strengthened into tropical storm Isaias. bringing flooding to Puerto Rico and other islands. WPTV's chief meteorologist Steve Weigel has more.
Yes, lots of new information. Isaias, a new tropical storm, has formed in the Caribbean at 11 o'clock. In the last couple of minutes, officially from the Hurricane Center, big fire up of convection near the center of circulation, a little over 1,000 miles from South Florida, and expected to move across Haiti and the Dominican Republic evening before it reemerges off the north coast. Looking a little bit more impressive on the satellite loop. It's going through these flare-ups of convection and then it dies off a little bit. But definitely that center of circulation has formed and could split. Some of the models as they bring it across Hispaniola on Thursday, it's continue with this what we call elongated low with not one core center but a couple, and then reemerging off the north coast, a little farther north. That's something that we're going to have to watch. But the mountainous areas are expected to disrupt the wind field somewhat. Although it may miss the highest mountain peaks, it will still have somewhat of an effect. There's Thursday, 8 p.m., still over Haiti at this point, but ready to come off the north coast and then track along the north coast of Cuba over some warm water, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So it dies off a little bit. The wind field starts to drop and then picks up over the warmer waters and then moves in across South Florida, pretty much up I-95 on Saturday and Sunday. This is very similar to the European model that came out this evening, the 18Z. The GFS, another fantastic model, has the storm coming in more around Marsh Harbor and Abaco. But this will all change even as we get into the next couple of days. The computer model spread is really incredible, about 400-mile spread here out Saturday and Sunday. This is a little less than 72 hours from now, almost unheard of. We have new tropical storm watches for the northern Bahamas now, Grand Bahama, Abaco, down through Eleuthera, Andros. Nothing here yet, but it's on our doorstep, and we may see some tomorrow. All right, Friday, sunny and hot. Saturday, starting before sunrise, rain squalls, the outer bands, gusty winds, and continuing on Sunday. And we can certainly see tropical storm force winds. Everyone should be monitoring this one closely.
At the center of the COVID-19 pandemic response, many volunteers are making sure area health departments can meet the needs of our communities. And WPTV's Megan McRoberts has the story.
Well, whether it's handing out masks or even helping with COVID testing, 18 volunteers have put in more than 1,100 hours of time to help the health department. Some of those volunteers are retired doctors running the COVID-19 hotline. There's rarely any downtime inside this little room, endearingly called the box, where phones are often ringing off the hook.
Oh, about 4,000, 5,000 calls, I would think.
Answered by volunteers like Dr. Kathy Petaruti. She spends at least 20 hours here each week.
And I'll give you a call back, hopefully in about 5 minutes, okay?
Helping people get through the COVID-19 pandemic.
And are you okay? You're feeling okay?
Good day. This is the Martin County COVID hotline.
Dr. Petaruti has been retired for more than 10 years from a more than 30-year career in internal medicine. Her knowledge and expertise too valuable to go unused. She's part of the Medical Reserve Corps.
Initially, when we started, a lot of people were calling up saying, I'm sick. What am I supposed to do?
But she says the calls have evolved. She and fellow volunteers, also doctors, help research, dispel rumors.
Even teachers last week who are crying.
But a lot of times we're just giving them reassurance.
The health department says the value of the volunteers who have given more than 1,100 free hours of time between April and June would be worth more than $130,000.
How much am I getting paid?
But they're certainly not doing it for the hope of a paycheck, just their passion for keeping people healthy.
We just really care.
And of those 18 volunteers, 15 do have some kind of medical experience, whether they're doctors or nurses. There are several who have no medical experience, and even one, a Harvard student. In Martin County, I'm Megan McRoberts, WPTV News Channel 5.
Lastly, one person was critically injured in a boating accident in Martin County. According to Martin County Fire Rescue, the accident occurred at 6:55 p.m. in the Intercoastal Waterway at the Jensen Beach Causeway. Northeast Causeway Boulevard was closed temporarily so an emergency helicopter could land. The patient was transported to a local hospital. FWC is investigating the accident. Some Major League Baseball scores from last night. The New York Yankees win over Baltimore Orioles 9-3, and the Boston Red Sox a close game 6-5 over the New York Mets. Tampa Bay Rays fall to Atlanta Braves 7-4, and the Washington Nationals do win yesterday over Toronto Blue Jays 4-0. Chicago White Sox stomped the Cleveland Indians 4-0, and the Texas Rangers beat Arizona Diamondbacks 7-4 yesterday. News time 6:27, and weather and traffic together are next.
.627 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, on the Turnpike southbound in Fort Pierce at mile marker 162, some so the left lane is blocked in that area. Otherwise, it's a nice ride. No slowdowns, no accidents. There's your latest look at traffic. Right now, we have 78 in Stewart. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, warm and humid with light easterly winds and a few coastal showers possible. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, the heat index around 100 degrees, a light breeze out of the east and partly sunny skies. There's a slim chance for rain near the coast this afternoon, and a few inland showers and thunderstorms are possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to wsshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Good morning. I have an exciting announcement.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Today is Thursday.
Oh my God, that is so exciting.
No. Wait, what? What is so exciting?
It's almost Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Oh.
That is exciting.
So, get excited.
I'm so excited to get started.
Take your position. It's showtime.
Showtime. It's been showtime for the last 31 minutes. It's what we do best on the biggest solution on the planet. It's Evan and Bonnie, Get Up and Go show. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. You don't need to go anywhere else because we are cutting edge entertainment with news that you can use to get you through the day. I guess that's pretty well said, right?
Yeah, it's well said. And, well, I guess it used to be the news that you can use around your water cooler, but, you know,
Nobody goes around a water cooler anymore.
people still in that quarantine and not too many folks around the water cooler or,
No.
you know, not really out at the pub talking about it, having a beer together anymore either.
No.
And we're just hoping those good old days come back to where we can get back to, you know, especially by the holidays, which I mentioned yesterday.
Maybe I'll bring a mini fridge in here. We could throw a couple of beers in the mini fridge.
You
And,
never know.
I'll have a soda with you and you can have a beer on the air.
It ought to be.
Would you drink a beer early in the morning?
No, it's got to be near beer if we're drinking it.
Near beer? What's near beer?
It's beer without the alcohol.
Oh, so you don't like beer?
I do like beer. You know, it's
So then-
kind of sweet if you get like a
But you're
honey
not a morning
lager.
beer. You're not a morning beer drinker.
Oh, certainly not.
Oh, okay.
That would be one too early.
Oh, come on.
Well, even one would be one too many, too early.
Just one time?
I don't
one
know.
time only?
I don't know if Greg
I
and
won't
Carol,
tell Gary.
If you don't tell Greg and Carol either,
I won't tell
because
Greg and Carol. I
don't
won't say
know if
nothing
they
to
would
nobody.
Enjoy having
Oh,
me
come
here.
on. You'd pop a top. I know you would. I knew you have a little bit of dareness in you.
A little bit.
Little bit.
Not when it comes to job and such.
Well, I don't think
Got to keep my feet on the ground again there
I don't
too,
think
Evan.
I don't think they'd mind as long as you don't broadcast while intoxicated.
We were talking about traveling, and I do like to have an alcoholic beverage on an airplane once in a while.
Okay.
And usually when I'm traveling there, it doesn't even matter what time of the morning it is. It's
So
just
if you're
like,
flying at 35,000 feet, the alcoholic beverage will make you feel like you're at 40,000.
It does.
There you go.
It
That'll
does.
work.
And usually when I travel, I'm going on vacation, so it
Okay.
always feels pretty
All
good.
right, that sounds good. Let's go to viral videos. So there's a guy in California that recently took a nap and he didn't have a shirt on. And when he woke up, there was an imprint of a Roku remote control on his lower back. He didn't notice it, but his wife did. And she posted this 11-second clip. And you can only hear her saying one thing.
How was your nap?
How was your nap?
Yeah.
And then there's the video of the remote imprinted on his back. So
Yeah.
he fell asleep with the remote underneath him.
He must be spending a little bit too much time on his couch, Evan.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too much. And yeah, that Roku indentation is right there in his
Yeah,
backside.
you could see the logo, the Roku logo. Pretty cool. It got branded.
I hate it
Didn't
when
even
I
feel it.
I hate it when I wake up in the morning and I have those creases in my face from the pillow,
Uh-huh.
the crease indentations.
You know how you get rid of that?
Maybe
you take the sheet off the pillow, or you take
okay.
the pillowcase off the pillow,
Yeah.
and then you just have the pillow, and you get one of those bamboo type pillows, or a memory foam
Yes.
type foam type pillow, and you don't put a pillowcase on it, and you won't have those creases in your face.
Either that or a silky pillowcase because
Oh, that's a good one.
I've never had silk pillowcases before, but I guess they're bound to not mess up your
God,
hair.
I remember back
hair
in the
as
day
much
we
either.
used to use silk sheets on the bed.
Yeah.
That was like sexy back in the day.
That would feel kind of good, actually. And I'm surprised more people don't speak of having them. It would
Yeah.
be kind of cool, like a coolness right here in Florida,
Back
right
in-
where we need them.
Back in my days when I was younger, much younger, I had a waterbed, and I got it from Waterbed City.
Yeah.
And I figured I wanted to kind of get crazy and try something that I'd never done before. So I took all the sheets off the waterbed,
Ooh.
and I opened up 2 big bottles of baby oil, and I
Oh, wow.
just spread it all over the waterbed, and then I ran and dove on the waterbed, and I slid off the other end.
You had like your own slip and slide
Yeah,
right in
that
your
was pretty
bedroom.
cool. Kind of hurt top of my head though when I hit the headboard though.
I guess the sales are up for slip and slides. Have
Oh
you
yeah,
heard?
you can't find them anywhere.
I know. You
That's
can't
crazy.
find slip and slides. You can't find above ground pools anywhere, it seems. I know I've been calling stores every day, and those above ground pools. I know when we first got quarantined, like, was it late February
I
or
can't even
early
remember
March?
when we got quarantined. It seems like last year.
It does, but people just started buying them left and right with nothing to do at home
Yeah.
and putting up those above ground.
Yeah, in-ground pool sales are up. Also, everybody's getting a pool.
Yeah.
My buddy down in West Palm, my business partner,
Yeah.
for my entertainment company, he just cracked an investment of $100K into a pool.
Did he?
Yeah,
We've been thinking about the in-ground pool and
Mhm.
going that way.
yeah, get one
going
put in.
that
They're about
route.
$45,000.
Yeah.
to start.
Yeah. I
And,
mean, we're considering it, I guess, if we do stay in our house.
Okay.
So that would be
Well,
the
why wouldn't
fabric.
you stay? Don't you like your home?
We love it. Oh, we love
Okay.
it. But we might, you never know when you move or, you know, you find
I
something
could tell you to
different.
bring the value of your home up. I will tell you that much.
Does a in-ground
Oh,
pool, does
yes.
it bring it up that much?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I had my house recently appraised, and I was shocked at how much my house is.
Because
my
of the
house is
pool.
worth almost $350,000.
Yeah.
because of the pool.
Ours is about that much right now, even without a pool.
Really?
We have one of those 3,000 square foot plus homes.
You do? How many
Yeah.
bedrooms?
Like 4. I mean, I'm
4?
4.
You got 4 bedrooms?
4 bedroom.
How
three-
is your
3
house
bath.
bigger than my house, and I have more bedrooms than you?
I don't know.
I have
But
5
yeah,
bedrooms.
Ours is like at 3,000 square feet.
Oh, wow! You have a mansion.
Yeah, it's big. It's big for just the two of us.
Wow.
So that's why we
Do
might
the cats get their own
we
bedroom?
might not stay in it forever.
Hansi have his own room?
Yeah, they pretty much have their own rooms now, and
Okay.
they've been kind of like sleeping where they want
They have
lately.
furniture in their own rooms?
I don't have any little kitty furniture
Get them
for
a water
them set
bed or
up.
something.
A water bed.
Yeah.
They might like that with that little.
Get them a
shake of the
doggy.
water
Get them a
bed.
doggy bed.
Yeah.
Buy one of those big doggy beds.
You never
and have
know.
the memory foam in them,
But it's
and then
been,
they'll be in like Fat City.
it's been years since I slept in a water bed.
Okay.
And do people even purchase water beds
I don't think
anymore?
they're available to buy anywhere.
It would be
Honestly.
practical to
We
have
could do
one.
we could do a Google search
We could.
and see if water beds come up.
And the practicality of a water bed living down here in the heat would be because of how cool they stay, how
Well,
cool
my
they
water
keep
bed
you.
was heated.
And you can heat it.
I had a heater. It was like a mat
Right.
that went underneath.
Right.
And you turn it up. And one day in the wintertime, I cranked up the heater so hot. And then I went to work. I came home and I literally could cook an egg on it.
Oh man.
I literally cracked an egg on
Just
the water
fry in
bed
there.
and it cooked on top of the water bed.
Have you ever tried to crack an egg on hot paper? See,
Yeah, I've
if-
done that.
did
Yeah,
it work?
on black asphalt?
Yeah.
Yes.
You've tried
yeah.
it before.
Yeah, I've cracked an egg on black asphalt and it cooked.
Ooh, that would
I
be,
didn't eat it.
That would be like a cool science project
Yeah,
to do
I didn't
with your
eat it.
boy.
I didn't eat it though.
Did you leave it for the birds to come and peck at
I don't
it
know
at
who
least?
got it. But somebody got
So that little egg didn't go to waste.
it. Yeah. And you know that if you give an egg to a cat, they will swaddle it. We had a conversation about this a few weeks ago, and I asked you if you were going to try that, and you said yes. So did you ever do that? Did you ever give your cat an egg?
I didn't do that, but I feed my cat an egg once in a while, just about
Okay.
every other
No,
Sunday.
you have to take an egg out
Yeah.
of the carton and just put it where the cat sleeps.
Yeah.
And just let it stay there and watch. The cat will swaddle the egg and like care for the egg.
Oh, it'll like protect it, like the
Yes.
egg is a little
Yes.
baby, and like
Yes.
a little cat or a chicken is going
Yes.
to pop on out of there.
Yeah.
I've got to try that with both of my boys. To
When you
see.
get home today, give them each an egg, put it
Yes.
in their bed where they sleep.
Okay.
And then just let it sit there. And then when they'll eventually put their paw around it
Yeah.
and they'll just lay there with it like they're trying to hatch the egg.
I
It's the coolest thing.
I have a guess that Jack Frosty isn't even going to pay any attention to the egg. He's probably going to sniff it and walk away from it.
Okay.
And my prediction for Hansi is that he'll swat it around and knock it knock it around and break it.
Oh, so he'll try to play egg hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I don't have a kitty in my home that is going to protect it like a little nurturing. That would be my prediction.
Okay.
But I'll try to take the test with
I
it.
would love for you to do that when you
Yeah.
get. Are you massaging today?
I am.
And what time?
Later today.
Okay, so when you get home later today, please do me a favor.
Okay.
take 2 eggs out of your carton.
Yep.
If you don't have any eggs, I'll buy some eggs tomorrow and I'll bring them in and give them to you.
I know
And
because
give each of the cats an egg.
I have a steak in the refrigerator too.
No,
I
you
was going to
can't put
have steak and eggs.
You can't give the cat a steak. Has to be an egg.
No, the steak is for me and
Oh.
the egg is for me.
And what
I was
kind of
gonna-
steak do you have?
It was, I think we had ribeye,
Oh.
leftover ribeye from last night.
Okay.
So
So slap that bad boy in the microwave and fry up a couple of eggs and you've got steak and eggs.
I'll share an egg
Coming to your
already
house.
made with the cat.
Coming to your house
I
for
don't know if I'm
breakfast.
going to share any steak with the cat.
You know,
though.
it used to be solving a Rubik's Cube in record time was a real big deal. And it seems that people got bored doing that. So now people have taken a TikTok, and this one guy has taken a TikTok where he has solved a Rubik's Cube while on a pogo stick. Let's listen. And he's hopping, and he's handed the Rubik's Cube, and he's hopping around, and he's moving it around. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That's talent right there.
Yeah.
He is exercising his brain and he's getting the
And he's done.
exercise on
He
that
did it.
pogo stick.
16.710 seconds.
16.7.
16 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
He
And-
solved a Rubik's Cube.
I think the old record was like 18 seconds. So
Yeah.
he beat it by a couple of seconds. Kid looks like Ralph Macchio from The Karate Kid a little bit.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio, definitely.
That's who he's reminding us of.
Definitely so. There's one other viral video. It's from a couple of years ago, and it's still relevant. It's a parody from The Onion that features an expert telling you why you're wrong about everything. Literally, why you're wrong about everything. She looks like a reporter, and she uses doublespeak and pretend graphics that all point to you being completely wrong. Let's listen in.
You probably have quite a few opinions about what's going on in the news cycle right now. But it's important to remember one thing. You're wrong. Here's why. To start, you're completely missing the point, and everything you think is actually at odds with reality when you look at the data. In fact, you're nowhere close to being accurate. It's simple to understand when you stop for a second and actually look at the issues. Once you open your eyes, you'll see that you're wrong about each and every one of them. Wrong, 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 wrong. But what about this other thing I heard? No. If the past is any indication of the future, not only is there no chance that you'll ever be right, all signs suggest you will never even come close once in your lifetime. The only way you'll ever be right is to repeat everything I say, word for word, to every single person you know. Until then, you're wrong.
You've got to be kidding.
What makes her think that she is so right?
Who the heck does she think she is?
That's right.
No, that's wrong. That is so wrong. She's so wrong.
The thing about it is, Evan, we need more hours in our day to kind of focus and study everything. There's just not, I guess there's not enough hours completely in a day to be absolutely right all the time. And it makes you wonder how many times you're wrong in a day.
Pardon me, but that chick is wrong. Sorry, I'm calling her a chick. She's wrong. She's just completely wrong. Who the heck does she think she is to tell us that we're wrong?
She's she could be right, but
if you look at her, she thinks she's a prima donna.
And I find
in the
her
video
annoying.
Yeah,
a little bit
annoying. That's an understatement.
Just
She's
a
a
little
pain
bit.
in the arse. 6:45. Let's go to the news desk, where Bonnie's standing by with the right news.
Thank you, Evan. The Florida Department of Health says Martin County has the highest positivity rate for children in the entire state of Florida. WPTV's Derek Lowe has this story.
According to the Florida Department of Health, 1 out of every 4 kids tested in Martin County has come back positive for coronavirus.
That's just scary.
A pediatric report released by the Florida Department of Health as of late last week, 25.3% of COVID tests for children in Martin County have come back positive, the highest positive percentage in our area.
That's one of the reasons why we wanted to keep them home and to do virtual.
Lisa Yansarak has 3 kids, one of whom is 5. She says the long-term effects of COVID-19 are unknown and that going back to school is not an option.
I can't personally risk my child on a ventilator in a hospital.
Kids need school. They need the socialization. They need the actual physical learning environment.
Narlin Durbin says the gap between positivity rates in neighboring counties does not concern her.
I have full confidence in the teachers and staff and the custodial staff and them being able to have a secure environment, a safe environment that they're going to sanitize.
Martin County Health Department notes that the positivity rate is a cumulative total. Durbin says previous plans that would have delayed the start of school would have not made a difference.
If we get it, we get it. We got faith that we'll be fine. We'll pull through it. We won't be hospitalized. We won't die.
The Martin County Health Department says prior to the month of May, children could not get tested unless they were symptomatic. Reporting in Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
All Florida-operated coronavirus testing sites will temporarily close as a tropical system threatens the state. The Florida Division of Emergency Management said Wednesday that all state-supported drive-through and walk-up COVID-19 testing sites will close at 5 p.m. tonight. Some sites will reopen Tuesday, while all remaining sites are expected to reopen by August 5, and we'll keep you updated right here at 1590 WPSL and 1450 WSTU. As many Floridians feared getting kicked out of their homes, Governor Ron DeSantis once again extended his suspension on evictions. WPTV's news partner, KJ Hiromoto, has more.
Also extended tonight, Florida's hold on evictions. Anyone struggling to make rent or mortgage payments because of the pandemic now has another month of a grace period. This means private landlords cannot file evictions for anyone not paying rent through August 1st. Across the state, more than 2,600 evictions are waiting to be processed. When this moratorium is eventually lifted, all back rent will be due. Some experts believe evictions are going to flood courtrooms.
If you think this morning's launch of a Mars rover is exciting, wait until it's time to land.
Mars is 100 million miles away. You start at 12,000 miles per hour at the top of the atmosphere. You have to get to 0 7 minutes later. And so it's a nail-biting thing.
That's NASA's Jennifer Trosper. The Mars 2020 Perseverance is scheduled to lift off from Cape Canaveral aboard an Atlas V rocket in just a couple of minutes here at 7:50 a.m. And it will arrive at the Red Planet in February and spend 2 years looking for signs of ancient life. And now a look at sports. American coaches at the National Basketball Association's training academies in China have complained of abuse of younger players by local staff and harassment in the Xinjiang region. ESPN has reported, citing unnamed sources. The report quoted NBA Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum, who oversees the league's international operations, as saying the league received a handful of complaints about mistreatment of young players and immediately informed Chinese authorities. News time at 6:49. Weather and traffic together are next.
6:50 the time on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
We're not seeing any accidents right here now. Just keep in mind to the north of us on the Turnpike southbound in Fort Pierce at mile marker 162, some road construction. The left lane is blocked up that way. And there's your latest look at traffic. In Port St. Lucie, it's 76. Here's our weather at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, warm and humid with light easterly winds and a few coastal showers possible. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, the heat index around 100 degrees, a light breeze out of the east and partly sunny skies. Slim chance for rain near the coast this afternoon, and a few inland showers and thunderstorms are possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:55, Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a Thursday morning edition. And coming up at 7:30, Joe Catropone's going to be here with the latest and greatest from the Stuart Martin County Chamber of Commerce. Then coming up at 8 o'clock, we'll have our usual stupid news segment. And 8:30, Randy Siegel's going to be here. Did I miss anything?
No.
I feel like I'm missing something.
I think that's going to cover it for today. And definitely one, Joe Catchinbone, who we always love to talk to at 7:30. And we're hoping that there's a lot of some more
I know what's going to be here at 8 o'clock.
businesses
I'm
that
sorry.
join the chamber.
I forgot. Will Armstead from the Boys and Girls Club, St. Lucie County. He's the CEO. We're going to be talking about the chili cook-off that's gone virtual.
Yeah, here I thought, Evan, that the chili cook-off already took place.
No.
Last year it took place like on July 8th, and it usually is set like in the heart of July, usually early mid-July, and now going virtual this year and at a later date.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. It's a virtual chili cook-off. He's going to explain how the rules are going to work and how the competition's going to work this year. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, we cannot have the chili cook-off. And each year I understand that the our organization, the Mets, they bring their A game with their chili.
The Mets have beat me many times with their chili.
Yeah.
I cooked in the chili cook-off, I think, for three years.
Yeah,
and
Casey and Josh
made our chili. But yeah, the Mets, when they come out there, they make a mean chili.
Yeah, Casey and Josh had that team up from the Mets, and they come out there and boy, let me tell you, I've heard rumors that their chili is like top notch.
What you're going to have to do, Evan, is sneak in the dugout and try to get their recipe for me.
Oh, I can.
I
can't do that because you're the competition.
Well, no, it's like actually, you're working for the same event, so actually, we are not the competition. Like I've cooked and supported WPSL and WSTU. But we'd be in direct competition with the other folks that you gather around and work for.
Yeah.
But maybe you can like take a snoop and try to get that chili recipe.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to get on the bad side of Casey.
Kudos to G. G won the event last year.
Oh,
right
did he
around
really?
this. No, he didn't win. I want to say he came in number 2 or number 3.
Oh, okay.
So which he fared much better than I did in the past.
Do you have his recipe?
I don't. And
you don't?
We'd love to get that recipe.
How do you
from
make
G.
chili? Because I'm not a big fan of chili because I don't like the beans.
Yeah.
Like, what do you put in chili?
Well, when
you start from scratch.
The first year that I did it, I was apprehensive, and I had these ladies in the other booth that really knew what they were doing, and they took these red peppers, these hot red chili peppers that were really huge, and the green peppers, and started slicing them up.
Okay.
So that's what you start if you get like a little bit of that ingredient from scratch.
Okay, so you put the peppers in the pan, and then what do you put next?
Well, you got to have your chili powder.
Okay.
And some people, cheat and get the whole chili powder mix from the grocery store, and that's in packets.
All right.
I like to put cumin in mine.
Cumin. Okay.
Yep.
So you got peppers, cumin, chili powder. What else?
You got to have your red sauce. You got to have the right tomato sauce. And
tomato sauce.
I know some ladies probably do make their sauce from scratch.
Okay.
Or
My wife makes sauce from scratch.
Does she really?
I have to get her to make me some sauce. It's been years since Rachel has made tomato sauce from scratch.
I would love to get her recipe. Now she put it in spaghettis
it's so good.
and lasagnas?
Oh, I got it. And I know she's listening, and maybe this weekend I can convince my wife to make homemade sauce.
That's even more impressive because usually
I'm really craving
I'm
it.
pouring that sauce usually out of a can. I would love to get a good recipe for some good homemade sauce.
Okay, I'm going to have Rachel write her recipe down for
right
you.
on.
I'll see if she'll want to relinquish it. I think it's from her grandmother, so that could be sacred.
Wow.
We're WSTU Stewart. We're Martin County's heritage station. We've got 1 hour down, 2 to go on the biggest little radio show on the biggest little radio station right here in beautiful Stuart, Florida. Stuart, Florida, as they call it. We'll be right back.
after it gets to space.
And of course, we are here to tell you what the Perseverance mission is all about. It's an exciting day for all of us here. So we want to
that.
On air, online, covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected to the Get Up and Go show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
.707, the Get Up and Go show, 43 minutes away from liftoff. And if I time this right, Bonnie, we're going to actually, do this live. And we'll listen in to NASA as it
Randy
happens.
would be so proud of us
Yeah.
if we could do it and do this right.
Yeah, well, we are going to do it right, not if. I don't accept if. It's we are going to do this right.
So let's get on with it.
Yeah, we may have to alter the second half of the newscast this morning so we make sure that we're free at 7:50. So we'll alter things a little bit so we can bring that launch up. Without a doubt, because that's exciting.
That sounds
Going
very
to Mars.
exciting.
Yeah. Going to Mars.
It's going to be interesting to find what they find on Mars.
Probably a whole lot of nothing. Literally. We won't know for a year and a half.
We're just hoping they find a little something, but yeah, we're just going to be like on the edge, waiting on edge for that year and a half. Hopefully it's going to be something good that they can bring back.
Yeah, I know there's something good's going to happen right now. It's birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day.
News on the radio. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And as always, it's time for birthdays, anniversaries, and back in the day. And no, I'm not going to wish somebody a happy 46th birthday because we're not starting in yet. But I will wish my father-in-law a happy birthday, Gary Watts.
Happy birthday, Gary.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday for you.
Yeah, definitely so. We're
Well-
going to do that until his birthday comes around.
Evan, today was supposed to be a big birthday for moviegoers and movies reopening.
Yeah, what
and
happened?
The two biggest chains, AMC theaters, I know were expecting to open today.
Yeah.
I was waiting for July 30th to come, but now the two biggest ones, they had to push it back a little bit.
Okay.
And also Regal Cinemas announced that it plans to reopen U.S. theaters on August 21st is what they're going to be pushing them back for.
Okay.
So just movie goers and fans of going to the movie theater have to wait yet a little bit longer.
I think movie theaters are going to die off because everybody's like Netflix and Hulu and all those others, and then you have people that have the gimmicked Fire Sticks that actually get the first run movies that are in the theaters, and they get to watch them for free.
It's pretty scary because I'm hoping it doesn't go that way, but you
Right.
could have something there, and I'm just hoping that we're not going to be talking about this 2 years from now, saying movie theaters are a thing of the past.
This is true.
Yeah.
So anybody you want to wish a happy birthday to?
Nobody.
No?
Nobody on that
Okay.
birthday
I don't
list
have anybody.
today.
I don't have anybody except for my father-in-law. His birthday's in January, I found out.
It is.
So I have between
Okay.
now, I have August, September, October, November, December. I've got 5.5 months.
Can you say how old Daddy-O is? Daddy-O
No,
in-law?
because I don't even know how old my father-in-law is.
Any guesses? Any
I would
guesstimates?
assume I'm going to put him at like 63 because he's just a smidge older than me,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird.
That's pretty. He must be doing pretty good then. He
Yeah.
must be like in really good shape.
Yeah, he's a
And-
great. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah,
He's doing pretty good. He's in good hands.
that's good. And
Yeah.
he lives where now? He's up in what state?
He's in Tennessee, Johnson
Tennessee.
City, Tennessee.
Hmm.
Yes.
I get it confused because my father-in-law is up in Asheville, North Carolina, one of those northern states.
Wait, father-in-law?
Yeah.
When did you get married?
I'm not. It doesn't, I've been with my significant for 8 going on 9 years.
Okay.
We consider ourselves already married.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's
We
good.
don't need that little paper
Yeah, I
to,
don't need the little piece of paper.
to make it significant like that.
Yeah, you don't need
And
the
one day we might,
Well,
so
you know what? When you're ready, just let me know, and
Yeah.
I will be glad to marry you.
we will let you know.
I'll be glad to perform that wedding ceremony.
We
could
would
do
love-
it right at the beach.
We would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can marry you guys.
I'll talk to Gary about it.
I'll put my preacher robe on,
Yes.
and I'll marry you guys.
That would be a
See
perfect
now,
ceremony.
now I just put a little bug in your ear.
You did.
Now you're like, wow, you know what? Marriage.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good to Gary.
Maybe there would be something to look forward to in this year. Make
Right.
2020 a little
Love
bit
is in
better.
the air. There you go. Just go down the courthouse in Martin County, get your marriage license,
Yeah.
and we could do it right here on the radio if you want.
Wow.
I'll just two of you could sit right there,
Can you
and we'll do a
imagine?
wedding ceremony live on the air.
Wow. Wouldn't
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be some kind
you
of an
think Gary?
occasion?
You think Gary would be up for that?
I don't know.
You think he'd be up for doing a wedding ceremony live on the radio?
I'm not sure.
We'll play the wedding march and everything, and you could walk in, and it'll be on TV. Everybody can watch it on our Facebook page, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll get Megan McRoberts to come in and do a
Wow.
little news story on it.
Wow. Wouldn't
Right?
that
We go
be
big time.
Incredible.
Right? Hansi and Jack Frosty could be the ring bearers,
Yeah.
and they'll just be purring right along.
Or we could go to that little wedding chapel and do it like right out there in Vegas.
Yeah, but then you have to get on a plane and go to Vegas.
Yeah.
So my father-in-law was born in 54. So that makes him 6 years my elder.
6 years older than you
Yeah,
only.
he's 6 years older than me.
Okay.
Because I was born in 60.
Uh-huh. He's a young father-in-law
66,
then.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. Gina Rodriguez, 36 years old today. She is Jane the Virgin, and now she's the voice of Carmen Santiago and the president in Diary of Future President. Yvonne Strahovski is 38 years old. That's Sierra Joy on The Handmaid's Tale. Hope Solo, 39 years old, Olympic and World Cup hero, one of the greatest female goalkeepers in the world, Bon.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely so.
Terrific soccer player.
Yeah, Hope
Yes.
Solo. I remember she ripped her shirt off.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure many of males might remember that, right? She's a pretty sexy one, yes.
Yeah, I noticing on our Facebook page, I have to follow along here. I want to say good morning to Thomas. My good friend Kurt Lavarello wrote on our Facebook page, it makes sense to close the testing sites during the approaching storm. That's one way to lower the numbers, which of course is true. The the numbers would definitely lower down.
Yeah.
Phil Benfield just tagged in there, so good morning to Phil as
Hi,
well.
Phil.
Diva Zappa is 41 years old today. That's Frank Zappa's youngest daughter. Jamie Presley, 43. That's Jill Kendall on Mom and Joy in My Name is Earl. Hilary Swank is 46 years old today. She won the Best Actress Oscars. Christine Taylor's 49. Christopher Nolan, 50. That's the director of The Dark Knight. Simon Baker is 51. Patrick Jane on The Mentalist. Terry Crews. You know, I love this guy, Terry Crews. You know who Terry Crews is?
Not sure who he is.
He's the guy that flexes his pec muscles on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
He's the host of America's Got Talent, AGT, and he's great. He's 52 years old today. Lisa Kudrow is 57. That's Phoebe on Friends. Let me see here. Kate Bush, 62 years old today, from Wuthering Heights. Delta Burke is 64. Anita Hill, 64. Frank Stallone, that's Sylvester's brother, 70 years old today. And you know who this is? I'll be back. Who's that, Bonnie?
Oh, gosh, Arnold.
Yeah, Arnold is 73 today.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
He's getting up there in years,
Yep.
too.
And lastly, Paul Anka, 79 years old today. His hits were Having My Baby, Put Your Head on My Shoulder, Lonely Boy, just quite a few. Today is National Cheesecake Day and National Chili Dog Day.
Oh, I could go for a good chili dog
Could you?
today.
All
yeah,
right.
we were talking about that chili earlier, and actually, I did hot dogs on the grill last night.
Okay, very nice.
Should go home and make some
Very
chili and
nice.
put
So
them
you-
on the dogs.
So you fried up some weenies, huh?
I did. And, you know, it's kind of like my grill and the flames were so hot and big. I had so many flames, Evan, that I did, 3 steaks on there.
Okay.
And so then I threw all my hot dogs onto it too, because I
Okay.
thought, how can these hot coals go to waste?
All right. We
You
have
ever
a
get
phone
like
call. We have another phone call this morning. Let's go to the phones. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Ba-ba-ba-boo. Hey, Evans. Hi, Bonnie.
Hey, it's Fredo.
Fredo.
Fredo, what's happening? Welcome to the show, Fredo.
Thank you.
Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hey,
Good morning.
Hey, Bonnie.
Yeah.
If you need someone to marry you, you can use Fredo's mobile marriage service.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, is there anything that Fredo doesn't do?
Oh
no,
boy.
I don't. I do everything, and
Evan-
that's the thing. So I can marry you for a good low price of $599. That's right, $599.
Wait a minute.
yeah.
Fredo's mobile marriage service.
That's right.
Okay, now are you are you a licensed notary public, or are you a
Yes, I am.
You
I,
are-
I was licensed by Chris's Marriage License Service of Florida. That's it.
Wait a minute, Fredo, you have to have a notary public stamp, or you must be an ordained minister or a clergy. Are you
Well,
any
I'm
of
glad
those
you
three?
brought that up too, because I am an ordained minister at Fredo's Church. That's right, Fredo's Church, where I talk about everything about how to be a better person. Yeah, man.
Wow, so Fredo,
Oh.
you preach the word of God at your church. You have your own church.
Picture Fredo's
Yes.
church to be like down in the basement with 5 guys sitting around smoking cigars.
Yeah, and Big
How
Kitty
did you
waiting,
guess?
and Big Kitty in the waiting. Okay,
You're giving
Yeah,
Evan
big.
some competition now, because Evan marries people.
is Bentley one of the altar boys? Jeez.
Bentley has nothing to do with this.
All right.
Bentley's over there chasing a cat around and getting turned down by women.
Yeah,
Okay.
You know, so
because of the advice that you gave him.
Yeah.
well, I didn't say that. No, where'd you get that information from? I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't
Okay.
tell Bentley not to, he left the tab on that lovely woman he went out with. And,
No.
and
No,
they-
I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with that.
you didn't say, like, come on, Bentley, when they want to pay, just let the woman pay. It's
No,
a
I
new
did not
way. It's
talk
a new
about that.
generation. I could just
Wow.
hear you saying that.
Man,
I
you're
did
just throwing
not
you're
say
just
that.
throwing Fredo under the bus. Wow.
Argumentative.
Wow. Bonnie, I've never seen this side of you before. Holy crap.
Yeah,
Did-
what's up with her today?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, she's
Bring up
feisty.
marriage, she gets all cranky, man.
She's feisty today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got her claws out and everything. Man,
Oh boy.
she's in rare form. I feel sorry for Gary.
I feel
she
sorry for
gets home.
Bentley. Just a little bit of Bentley, a little bit of better advice for Bentley next time.
All right.
I didn't advise him on anything. I don't know why I'm getting blamed for this.
Mm.
Wow.
I just thought Bentley might have come down to Fredo's church
All right.
and, got some bad womanly advice.
Well, Fredo, since you have your own church now, and you're are you guys having service on Sunday, or is everything all virtual?
Yeah, we've been having service every Sunday, man. That's
Wow.
what we do. Yeah, man.
Okay, everybody's wearing a mask, I hope, right?
Oh yeah, everybody's be wearing the mask. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Everything's clean. Everybody, we actually we actually baptize everybody in antibacterial lotion. That's it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a clean baptism.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, all right. Well, what are you preaching this Sunday? What's the word going to be?
We're talking about love. Yeah,
Love.
man.
Love.
Okay.
Love every. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can be about that.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
All right.
be
Does
on
that
your
mean
side.
that means Bonnie is now going to be known as I
By the way, yeah, she's the almighty goddess of radio.
yes.
Man.
Oh,
there you
stop
go. The
it.
goddess of radio.
Almighty goddess of radio.
Well-
and we worship the granite you welcome.
Oh,
You welcome.
stop
That's-
it
Oh,
now.
now wait a minute. She's going to be the almighty love goddess of radio.
Oh, yeah, man.
Okay. All right.
A love goddess.
Love goddess.
Oh, yeah.
She's a love goddess of radio.
That's just like
I like that title. I'm going to get you a
loading
shirt
now.
that says love goddess of radio.
Love
Would you
God.
wear that, Bonnie, if I bought that for you?
I would probably wear that, meaning that I am not the love goddess of radio, but that I love radio.
So can I have your
yeah.
permission to dress up a mannequin that looks like you, and we can talk about you in church? And we can talk about you in church.
Oh, Lord have mercy. God, somebody's
Maybe-
this man.
Maybe do it easier and just make it a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, just get a cardboard cutout like they have at the fans at Citi Field. In fact, speaking of which, that guy that makes those cardboard cutouts, he's going to join us Friday at 8:00.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to be on the show with us.
How awesome.
He does all those cutouts of all the fans at Citi Field.
Wow. Maybe he can do one of us when
And
he's
you know what his
right
name
here.
is? Gary.
Another
Gary Pincus is his
Oh,
name.
boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So make sure and listen in.
This
The
is
cardboard cutout man is going to be with us on Friday at 8:00.
fascinating.
Fredo, we got to let you go, man. We're up against a news break, and then make sure and tune in because we're going to carry the liftoff of the rocket that's going to Mars, and maybe we could put one of the shy guys from the band in that rocket and let them go up to Mars
Well,
and
I
play
can
a
give
few
you a
bars.
few names already, but I
All
don't
right.
want to get into that right
No,
now.
all right. Say
Bye.
goodnight, Fredo.
Good night, Fredo.
All right, Fredo's gone.
Yeah.
Boy,
Maybe Fredo will want to go.
I don't know. 7:21. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
The disturbance formerly known as potential tropical cyclone 9 has strengthened into tropical storm Isaias, bringing flooding to Puerto Rico and other islands. WPTV's chief meteorologist Steve Weigel has more.
Yes, lots of new information. Isaias, a new tropical storm, has formed in the Caribbean at 11 o'clock in the last couple of minutes, officially from the Hurricane Center. Big fire up of convection near the center of circulation, a little over 1,000 miles from South Florida, and expected to move across Haiti and the Dominican Republic tomorrow afternoon or early evening before it reemerges off the north coast. Looking a little bit more impressive on the satellite loop. It's going through these flare-ups of convection and then it dies off a little bit. But definitely that center of circulation has formed and could split. Some of the models as they bring it across Hispaniola on Thursday is continue with this what we call elongated low with not one core center, but a couple, and then reemerging off the north coast, a little farther north. That's something that we're going to have to watch. But the mountainous areas are expected to disrupt the wind field somewhat. Although it may miss the highest mountain peaks, it will still have somewhat of an effect. There's Thursday, 8 p.m., still over Haiti at this point, but ready to come off the north coast and then track along the north coast of Cuba over some warm water, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So it dies off a little bit. The wind field starts to drop and then picks up over the warmer waters and then moves in across South Florida, pretty much up I-95 and the Turnpike on Saturday and Sunday. This is very similar to the European model that came out this evening, the 18Z. The GFS, another fantastic model, has the storm coming in more around Marsh Harbor and Abaco. But this will all change even as we get into the next couple of days. The computer model spread is really incredible, about 400-mile spread here out Saturday and Sunday. This is a little less than 72 hours from now, almost unheard of. We have new tropical storm watches for the northern Bahamas now, Grand Bahama, Abaco, down through Eleuthera, Andros. Nothing here yet, but it's on our doorstep, and we may see some tomorrow. All right, Friday, sunny and hot. Saturday, starting before sunrise, rain squalls, the outer bands, gusty winds, and continuing on Sunday. And we can certainly see tropical storm force winds. Everyone should be monitoring this one closely.
The Florida Department of Health says Martin County has the highest positivity rate for children in the entire state of Florida. WPTV's Derek Lowe has this story.
According to the Florida Department of Health, 1 out of every 4 kids tested in Martin County has come back positive for coronavirus.
That's just scary.
A pediatric report released by the Florida Department of Health as of late last week, 25.3% of COVID tests for children in Martin County have come back positive, the highest positive percentage in our area.
That's one of the reasons why we wanted to keep them home and to do virtual.
Lisa Yansarak has 3 kids, one of whom is 5. She says the long-term effects of COVID-19 are unknown and that going back to school is not an option.
I can't personally risk my child on a ventilator in a hospital.
Kids need school. They need the socialization. They need the actual physical learning environment.
Narlin Durbin says the gap between positivity rates in neighboring counties does not concern her.
I have full confidence in the teachers and staff and the custodial staff and them being able to have a secure environment, a safe environment that they're going to sanitize.
Martin County Health Department notes that the positivity rate is a cumulative total. Durbin says previous plans that would have delayed the start of school would have not made a difference.
If we get it, we get it. We got faith that we'll be fine. We'll pull through it. We won't be hospitalized. We won't die.
The Martin County Health Department says prior to the month of May, children could not get tested unless they were symptomatic. Reporting in Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
And as many Floridians feared getting kicked out of their homes, Governor Ron DeSantis once again extended his suspension on evictions. WPTV's news partner, KJ Hiromoto, has more.
Also extended tonight, Florida's hold on evictions. Anyone struggling to make rent or mortgage payments because of the pandemic now has another month of a grace period. This means private landlords cannot file evictions for anyone not paying rent through August 1st. Across the state, more than 2,600 evictions are waiting to be processed. When this moratorium is eventually lifted, all back rent will be due. Some experts believe evictions are going to flood courtrooms.
And now sports. The ACC Board of Directors voted Wednesday to proceed with an 11-game football season that begins the weekend of September 12th and includes FBS independent Notre Dame playing a full league schedule, but only if public health guidance allows. All ACC schools and Notre Dame will play 10 conference games plus one non-conference game of their choosing, and the Fighting Irish will be eligible for the ACC championship game. There will be no divisions for this season only. 7:26 our news time and weather and traffic together next.
$7:28 the time of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
Well, no accidents this morning, no tie-ups. This includes the Turnpike, I-95 looking good, side streets looking good throughout Martin and St. Lucie County. There's your latest look at traffic. And partly cloudy, 79 in Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, warm and humid with light easterly winds and a few coastal showers possible. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, the heat index around 100 degrees, a light breeze out of the east and partly sunny skies. There's a slim chance for rain near the coast this afternoon, and a few inland showers and thunderstorms are possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Email WSTU Morning Show at gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:30 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our weekly visit with Joe Catrabone from the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce. Joe, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Good. We're doing great.
Good.
Definitely
Sounds
so.
like it.
Yeah,
Sounds
we're always having a good time. You know, we're all about fun here.
Yes, you are.
That's what it's all about. So what's the latest and greatest going on at the chamber these days?
Well, we're seeing improvement. Not great, but okay. We're starting to get some renewals dollars in from our members, and we're getting participation in our Zoom meetings, as well as we spoke about our business after hours last week that we sold out at 50 people, which is all that we could handle at Coquina Cove.
Right.
But so we only got, and it's spotty at best. We got 2 new members so far this week. The Roasted Record, it's a coffee shop.
The Roasted Record. I've never heard of that before. That's a very unique name. I like that.
Yeah, it's on Colorado, right just before you get downtown.
Okay.
On the left-hand side.
And that's a coffee shop?
It's a coffee shop. Yeah.
Bonnie, there you go. Got a coffee shop for you,
all
Bonnie.
All kinds of coffee. They made it's not a luncheonette, or they're not going to serve food. I guess it's going to be that's what it is. Not guess. It's straight coffee. They may be. I heard they may be talking to Ellie's Deli about maybe supplying them some goodies of some sort to go along with the coffee.
Oh, that's
still
perfect.
Up in the air.
That's really good because Ellie's right on Colorado and 6th
they're
Street.
right, almost across the street.
They're neighbors. Yes.
Yeah. And then we have a Kamaha CAMAH group. They're cabinet makers, which is that's quite a lost art today. Most cabinets are pre-made,
right,
pre-set and pre-hung. But anyway, they make custom-made cabinets, and they joined. They're on Ellipse Way, right off of Jack James Road down in South Stewart. So, the building and trades industry is going well through all of this pandemic. They're one of the areas that have not been severely damaged by the setback, the virus that we were going through. So all in all, we can't complain. We're happy that the doors are still open. Everyone seems to be adhering to the mask mandate. I don't know what's going to happen. I guess on the 8th they're going to address that again. My guess is they're probably going to continue it, but that's just my guess. We've got some good news for us as well as local businesses. I spoke to you weeks ago about the PPP.
Yes.
Where chambers of commerce were not eligible. Nonprofits were, but not-for-profits were not.
Right.
So Senator Rubio introduced legislation last week to go ahead and include 501c5s and 6s.
Oh, okay.
So that could make us eligible for some of that PPP funding. So we're keeping our fingers crossed there. But other good news is the county got a chunk of money. And this is a little premature. I don't have all the details, but I'm going to throw it out as the carrot. So folks will have to listen in and pay attention or call the chamber. But the county got a chunk of money, millions. I don't know the exact number as yet. And it's going to be distributed amongst the businesses in Martin County who apply. So I got a call from the county yesterday asking us if we would be a contact point, and we agreed. And so we will be sending out the information most likely Monday on how much money is available to local businesses, small businesses, obviously. I think that's probably 50 employees and under. Again, I don't have all the details. I'm guessing at that, but it will be for small businesses. So that Publix or or a huge corporation is not going to be. It's not eligible for them. And then they'll have to make an application, and the county will distribute the money. So you small business owners, pay attention, listen. There'll be news releases sent out. I'm sure, Evan, you and Bonnie are going to get a news release, I'm sure.
Okay.
So that you'll be able to speak about that and speak to how to apply and where to get it, how much is available, and things of that nature. So that's really, really good. I thought very great news for our local businesses.
That's perfect news for local businesses. It kind of upset me with the story that I saw last week too, Joe, where this businessman in Miami got the PPP and then he was caught with fraud with it. He was
the
buying,
guy that bought the Lamborghini.
yeah, his own goods with it, and very expensive goods with it too. So
it's just it's just amazing that that's not an isolated case. Unfortunately, there's so many scam artists out there that find a way to break the rules or go around the rules or circumvent the rules and do something that's, if not illegal, dishonest. So, but it's not an isolated case. It happens in every instance.
Yeah, and it just takes away from those, like some businesses, like maybe we have small businesses in our area where people are very respectful and honest, who need that money just to stay afloat. So that's where you can get.
And I don't do this often, but I will toot our own horn. We received PPP funding. I applied for it before I realized that 501c6s weren't eligible. So we applied for it and got it. $120,000.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, sent it back.
Now on the PPP, I do know that you have to pay it back in 2 years. I do know that much.
Yeah. Aside from that, we sent that check back.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was we could have been considered fraudulent. We applied for it, even though they approved it.
Right.
They sent the money. We, in essence, should not have applied for it. But as I said before, I realized that 501c6s weren't eligible. We applied. So we made this mistake, but they did too in issuing it. So, but we did send it back. But again, how many people would have kept that money?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just think of some of those checks that had been going out, might be like close to $1 million or in the millions even.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's wild. One positive note too, it's like, it's time for, we don't have a lot of like snowbirds in the area. It's that off season time. But Joe, as I've been traveling around town and I've been seeing a number of cars on our roadways, it seems like we still have traffic and business here.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We do. Well, I'll just use an example. Where I play golf, there are 3 men still here who normally go home for the summer up north.
Oh, wow.
And they're still here. So you have a smattering of that type of a thing where people either weren't able to travel or didn't want to travel back home and into New York, or where, earlier in the year, New York was the hot spot. Now we're one of the hot spots. But prior to that, people didn't want to go back to New York and places in the Northeast that were considered hot spots. So you've got some of that. But you all may have noticed, to me, was unprecedented that the Treasure Coast, including Martin County, had unprecedented growth of 5.6% last year. That's Martin County averages less than 2% a year, and it happens by attrition. But to have those kinds of numbers of people who are relocating to our area, I think after the smoke clears, we're going to have predictions are right now we're up to 1,000 people a day moving to the state of Florida.
Wow.
Predictions are that's going to go to 1,200 or 1,300 after the first of the year.
That's crazy. Joe, if people want to reach out to you at the chamber, give us the various ways that they can reach out to you to get their business involved with the chamber.
Certainly, I'd be happy to do that. You can call us or me at 772-287-1088. My extension is 108, but any of our staff can help you. Just push 0 and you'll get to one of our staff, 0 for operator, or you can go to our website, www.stuartmartinchamber.org.
All right. And of course, the website is stuartmartinchamber.org as well,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, it is.
All right. Very good. That's Joe Catrabone. He is the president of the Stuart Martin Chamber, gives us our weekly update. We want to say welcome to the new businesses that joined in, and we welcome you to the Chamber of Commerce. And Joe, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you. Bonnie, try that coffee shop.
I will.
All right.
Okay.
When you get out of here, Bonnie, head on over there.
Thanks,
will.
guys. Have a
All
happy
right. Take care. Bye-bye now. 7:40 right now. It's news time. Actually, 7:41. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Florida Department of Health says Martin County has the highest positivity rate for children in the entire state of Florida. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
According to the Florida Department of Health, 1 out of every 4 kids tested in Martin County has come back positive for coronavirus.
That's just scary.
A pediatric report released by the Florida Department of Health as of late last week, 25.3% of COVID tests for children in Martin County have come back positive, the highest positive percentage in our area.
That's one of the reasons why we wanted to keep them home and to do virtual.
Lisa Yansarak has 3 kids, one of whom is 5. She says the long-term effects of COVID-19 are unknown and that going back to school is not an option.
I can't personally risk my child on a ventilator in a hospital.
Kids need school. They need the socialization. They need the actual physical learning environment.
Narlin Durbin says the gap between positivity rates in neighboring counties does not concern her.
I have full confidence in the teachers and staff and the custodial staff and them being able to have a secure environment, a safe environment that they're going to sanitize.
Martin County Health Department notes that the positivity rate is a cumulative total. Durbin says previous plans that would have delayed the start of school would have not made a difference.
If we get it, we get it. We got faith that we'll be fine. We'll pull through it. We won't be hospitalized. We won't die.
The Martin County Health Department says prior to the month of May, children could not get tested unless they were symptomatic. Reporting in Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
As many Floridians feared getting kicked out of their homes, Governor Ron DeSantis once again extended his suspension on evictions. WPTV's news partner, KJ Hiramoto, has more.
Also extended tonight, Florida's hold on evictions. Anyone struggling to make rent or mortgage payments because of the pandemic now has another month of a grace period. This means private landlords cannot file evictions for anyone not paying rent through August 1st. Across the state, more than 2,600 evictions are waiting to be processed. When this moratorium is eventually lifted, all back rent will be due. Some experts believe evictions are going to flood courtrooms.
Lastly, one person was critically injured in a boating accident in Martin County. According to Martin County Fire Rescue, the accident occurred at 6:55 p.m. in the Intercoastal Waterway at the Jensen Beach Causeway. Northeast Causeway Boulevard was closed temporarily so an emergency helicopter could land. The patient was transported to a local hospital. FWC is investigating the accident. Scores from the Major League Baseball last night. Texas Rangers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 7-4. The Chicago White Sox all over the Cleveland Indians. That score 4-0. And the Washington Nationals take a win. They beat Toronto Blue Jays 4-0. Tampa Bay Rays fall to the Atlanta Braves 7-4. And the New York Mets losing by 1 to Boston Red Sox 6-5 yesterday. And the New York Yankees win over Baltimore Orioles 9-3. It's 7:44. Weather and traffic together are next.
7:45 the time right now. The Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Brought to you by Code Red. We're first Bonnie.
Not seeing any accidents on our highways right now, and this includes St. Lucie County and Martin County. It's looking like a nice ride on your way to work this morning. There's your latest look at traffic. Port St. Lucie has a clear sky. It's 77. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, warm and humid with light easterly winds and a few coastal showers possible. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, the heat index around 100 degrees, a light breeze out of the east and partly sunny skies. There's a slim chance for rain near the coast this afternoon, and a few inland showers and thunderstorms are possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:48 the time. The Get Up and Go show. We're about 2 minutes and 14 seconds away from that rocket ship blasting off on its way to Mars. That's really exciting, and we're going to carry that live for you as it happens. I'm tapped into NASA's special link where we can actually get the audio.
Launch sequencer start.
We can hear a little of it right there in the background.
1 minute 50.
Minute 50 to go. Wow, this is going to be exciting.
It is.
Never been part of a launch before like this.
I wonder if we're
you ever
able
been to the Cape and
fueling is
seen one?
Haven't been there. I wonder if we're able to step outside this morning and see it up the East Coast.
I don't know. It depends on the sky.
Yeah. Skies are looking clear right now, at least in the Port St. Lucie area.
Yeah, got about a minute 26
25 seconds. We will hear the
left
team,
to go.
Give their final goes that everything is ready and
1
the
minute
launch
20.
vehicle
This is very
ready to
exciting.
lift off and perform this
That
mission.
Atlas V rocket is beautiful too. Evan, did you
Yeah.
see some images of that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
It looks
1
so
minute 10.
sleek.
I'm watching the launch right here live as it happens. We're bringing you the audio. We're a T minus 60 seconds and counting right now.
1 minute.
1 minute to go.
Report range status.
Range green.
Not a cloud in the
Good to hear,
sky.
Joshua.
It's a
Right.
gorgeous
Public
day.
safety there is
Just
accounted
thinking
for
a year and a
the XLS
half,
system.
this
There
thing's
you
going to
see
be
on
at
your screen.
Mars.
Beautiful shot. The skies look great. There is little wind happening. You'd be able to see more of the venting. If there were wind, the trail of that.
This
of
is
that venting.
this
So
is
we're
really
ready to go.
exciting.
And actually, that's an important point. The reason we don't see that
Stable at
venting is
step
the
three.
vent
Very,
vector
very
is
exciting,
to
folks.
put flight
If you're
pressure into
listening
the
or if you're
engine.
watching
And
on
as we just
TV,
heard,
if you don't have a
they're stable at step
television,
three, which means the
we're
tanks are
bringing you
ready
the
to go.
audio portion
And,
direct
here
from
in about
NASA.
5
And
seconds,
mostly
we'll have
excited
the
is the
team
images it could bring back to us as it's
Yeah.
roving around Mars.
Yeah, I know.
What we're going to see.
All right, we've got 20 seconds, so we're just going to bring the volume up and let's listen
to
in.
go lift off this morning, Joshua. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Engine ignition. 2, 1, 0. Release and lift off. As the countdown to Mars
Wow.
continues, the perseverance of humanity, launching the next generation of robotic explorers to the Red Planet.
That's so exciting.
And Atlas TU has gone to closed loop control. Coming up on 30 seconds into flight, the RD-180 is throttling down as expected. Engine response looks good. And
It's
Mach 1
crazy
Atlas 5 is now
how fast
supersonic.
it climbs. 11 miles, 12 miles, 13 miles, 14, 15 miles, 16,
And passing 45
17.
seconds into flight, vehicle is now passing through max Q, maximum dynamic pressure.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm hoping that many people here on the Treasure Coast were able to kind of like step outside their homes and their
Yeah.
offices, because clearly I bet you can see that right from here.
That's
Passing
amazing.
1 minute into flight, the RD-180 is throttling back up as expected. Engine response looks good. At this time in flight, the SRB chamber pressures remain nominal. The RD-180 pump speed and fuel injector pressures are responding well to
It's
demands.
fascinating.
Yeah.
It really is.
And
Standing
it's
by for SRB burnout shortly.
fascinating to think it's not going to reach Mars by like February.
I know.
It's just like traveling up there. And
Well, February of next
And we
year,
have
Yeah.
burnout on all
2022.
four
Yeah.
SRBs. Burnout pressure signatures look good. Standing by for SRB jettison shortly.
I mean, that's crazy. That long. It takes that long. I mean, is Mars really that far away from the moon?
it must be so, because just think how fast that thing is moving and how powerful and fast it's moving, and it's
And
still
we have
going to.
a good indication of SRB jettison of all four SRBs. And the
Take-
vehicle has gone to closed loop guidance.
Wow.
Vehicle body rates are responding nominally at this time.
125 miles already away
Yeah.
at 4,836 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's crazy.
Each-
Something going that
yeah.
fast.
It says each Atlas V
And
rocket,
coming up on 2.5 minutes into flight.
2.5 minutes.
The RD-180 is throttled down slightly as expected. Engine response continues to look good.
I'm going to
At this
back.
time, the vehicle is 50 miles in altitude, 85 miles downrange, traveling at 6,000 miles per hour.
That's crazy. 6,000 miles an hour.
And still won't get there till February.
How could something go that fast? Wow.
Yeah. We'll have to ask Randy about that. It's just hard to, concede. It's a hard concept to measure, not getting there till February and yet traveling at 6,000 miles per hour.
That's truly unbelievable.
Yeah.
Truly unbelievable. Want to say good morning to Jennifer. She's watching this morning along with my cousin Donna, George in Kentucky. Want to welcome everybody in to the morning show. We just if you're just tuning in, we just broadcasted the liftoff live on the air with us. We have a special backline to NASA that we're able to tap into. And we want to thank Randy Siegel for that.
And for those not living here in Florida, watching us on our Facebook, sometimes it is kind of cool living right here, because it was just like, was it like a year ago that Gary and I were just able to step out of our house and then we saw the space station go up.
Nighttime
Right.
launches are very cool
Was.
because you really can see the nighttime launch.
Yeah, it looked like this big white
Fire
circle,
in
like
the
the
sky.
moon, and we were just kind of like following it.
Yeah, fire in the sky.
Yes.
Fire in the sky. Unbelievable.
Mhm. Only we're missing that fire in the sky from the fireworks this year.
Yeah.
I mean, people got, no, don't get me wrong, people got to light them off all over the place at
Yeah.
their homes, but I'm missing like the fireworks from the Clover Field and the big celebrations of it, which we had to miss.
Definitely. Bonnie, did you know the number one compliment that a woman wants to hear is you have a nice smile?
Mm-hmm.
The number one compliment a woman likes to hear is you
Oh,
have a
mhm.
nice smile.
That means you kept your teeth nice over the years.
Yes.
Yep.
Did you also know that 49% of adults surveyed believe that prayers affects their health in a positive way? Prayers affects their health in a positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe so. That gives yourself a little peaceful moment and reflect on yesterday and start thinking about tomorrow.
Did you know that according to USA Today, 1 out of every 11 shoppers takes something without paying for it without realizing it? So and that actually happened to me at the grocery store
Yeah.
with those New York strip steak that I told you about.
know,
I
you-
accidentally
with steaks.
forgot. I went to, and I remember exactly where it was. I went to the Publix on Becker Road. They now have self checkout
Yeah.
at
yeah.
Publix at that Becker Road location.
Nice.
So I went through and I forgot to ring up the steaks. Okay.
It can be done. I've
And
done it
the
before.
lady said to me, "Are you going to ring those steaks up?" And I'm like, "Oh crap, I am so sorry." And she looked at me like, "Yeah, buddy, we know what you were doing."
Oh my.
She did. She gave me that look.
No, I believe you, Evan, that it was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
And like I've never done it with steaks before, but like I brought out that little bottle of shampoo one time, completely just like kind of
Mhm.
like in a daydream going through the store and getting outside and I didn't pay for this.
Yeah. Did you know that over 70,000 airbags are stolen out of cars every single year?
How many airbags?
70,000.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
People were so tied up in getting airbags.
Yep, definitely so. Did you know that according to recent research, morning people are thinner and happier? I beg to differ with that. I'm going to argue with that one. Morning people are thinner and happier. I don't know about thinner, but happy, yes, because I'm a morning kind of guy.
You seem pretty happy, and yeah, that's
I always
clear.
am. I always am.
Yes.
Did you know that 1 in 8 people wait over a month before changing or washing their sheets? Changing or washing their sheets. Now, Bonnie, question for you.
Mhm.
How often do you change your sheets?
Right around every 3 weeks.
Every 3
Yeah.
weeks? Okay. We do ours. We try to do ours about every week to 2 weeks
Mhm.
because the dog likes to get in the bed and cuddle with us at night.
Yeah.
So we have the dog hair in the bed.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Did you know 52% of women say they have considerably more stress than they did 6 months ago?
Just 6 months ago.
Just 6 months ago.
That might go for everybody, not just women.
Mhm.
You know.
Yep. Did you also know it costs about $1.3 billion a year in electricity to operate all of the exit signs found in buildings in America?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. We were watching this show on television. It said it was showing what life would be after people.
Yeah.
So it shows like what it would be like a day after,
Mhm.
like if people didn't exist.
Yeah.
And then maybe 3 days after, within just that 3 days after, they showed like everything cutting down in the power plants and all the lights going off
Yep.
and electricity. Without people to regulate that, that's what would happen.
Did you know that it also costs about $1.3 billion a year in electricity to operate? I already read that one. All right. Sorry. Next one. Did you know that about 7 out of 10 people don't know their cholesterol levels? Their cholesterol levels. Bonnie,
I'm one of those 7.
do you have your cholesterol levels checked at all?
No.
You
and
should.
Who was the guy that used to say, check your cholesterol and check it regularly?
You should. You should, because cholesterol is one of the number one things that can block your arteries and it can kill.
It could be like that silent killer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because I go
Yeah.
to the doctor every year and I get my checkup and they check my cholesterol, my triglycerides,
Mhm.
the liver, the enzymes, this, that, and the other. And my doctor tells me that my cholesterol levels are in order. Everything is good. Now, I used to have an issue with cholesterol
Mhm.
many years ago, and they put me on Lipitor. And
And it
Lipitor worked. It helped bring my cholesterol levels down.
Good.
But now I don't take a statin anymore, and I watch what I eat.
Mhm.
And eggs is one of the number one things that can raise your cholesterol level.
So do you eat less of the eggs?
I do. I don't eat eggs that much.
Yeah.
But when I indulge, I do indulge. I will say that much.
Yeah, it's something that one shouldn't eat every day anyway, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. Don't go anywhere. The news is coming up next, right here. Don't go anywhere.
covering the Treasure Coast. Get connected with the Get Up and Go Show. And now here's your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
8:07 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. Hour number 3 of the Thursday edition. And for those of you that have participated and partook in the yearly chili cook-off that it's been going on, I do believe, at the Fenn Center every year. Unfortunately, due to COVID, it's not going to be happening. But have no fear, because Will Armstead is here, CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Lucie County, and he's going to be telling us that the chili cook-off is still going to be happening, but it's taken on a whole nother perspective, Bonnie. It's virtual. That's right, virtual. Now, this, I'm scratching my head. Virtual chili cook-off. First, let me say good morning to Will. Will's on our line right now. Will is the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of St. Lucie County, and they're a big part of that whole chili cook-off thing that's going on. Will, welcome into the program.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it so much. So, Will, you know, everybody's been asking me, how is this going to happen? How can you do a chili cook-off virtually? And if anybody knows, Will knows. So, Will, tell us how this is going to happen.
So, first and foremost, I want to thank our Chili Chair, Richard Del Toro. As everyone knows, he's Assistant Chief of Police.
Definitely.
Of Port St. Lucie, for chairing this. And my amazing team of Melanie and Mitch and Jack. All these guys have come up with an opportunity for people to know about Boys and Girls Clubs by doing a virtual chili cook-off. And really what that means is that we're going to send packets out to people to make their favorite chili, and in a safe environment, which will be their home, more than likely, they'll get to spend time with their families, make chili, watch an incredible show that we have lined up with some incredible people in our community talking about their chili, talking about the Boys and Girls Clubs. You might see a clip or two of me eating a hot pepper. There's going to be some competition. It's going to be part of our new normal. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And the cool thing about it is you don't have to leave your house to do it.
Now, are there going to be Are there going to be TV cameras in people's homes videotaping the all the festivities of people cooking their chili and all of this? How is this going to happen? Because in the end, there's going to be a big production, and it's going to be on a one of the TV stations on the cable networks or online somewhere, right?
Yes. So let me just put this secret out. Don't tell anyone.
All right.
We're doing some of that production right now.
Okay.
So we are out and about in the community talking to people. The I believe it was 4-time chili winner is gonna eat chili real fast, and then people are gonna have the opportunity to compete against them from their own living room.
Wow.
And so when you talk about production, we have these things called cell phones today.
Right.
So there's going to be lots of those cameras in people's homes, and they're going to be able to videotape themselves. They're going to be able to videotape their festivities. And it's just going to be a big community party where everyone is partying the way they want to party. They're eating chili the way they want to eat chili. But more importantly, they're serving the youth in our community.
Now, when this has been live in the past, judges have been able to actually taste the chili, and it's been a competition where that tasting of the chili has been the best. Is this more going to be like a big celebration and not a cook-off where the chili is going to be judged? I'm just kind of confused on that note.
Yes, I mean, you hit it right on the head. There's not going to be a judging of chili.
Okay.
There's not going to be a judging of chili.
I love it.
This is our 25th anniversary of being in St. Lucie County. So it's going to be a celebration. I mean, people could make their own chili at home, but we're going to be recapping some of the great things that's happened in our community. And of course, we want people to make chili at home, and we want them to brag about their chili. And we're going to have all those amazing things happening, with the exception of people's chili being judged. Let your families judge your chili.
So I have a question for you. Let's say somebody's not a fan of chili, but they're a fan of another food dish, but they incorporate a little bit of chili in their main food dish. Is that something that's acceptable? Like, for instance, for myself, I love Italian food. So let's say if I want to partake and cook up a great Italian dish and just sprinkle a smidge of chili on it, is that acceptable?
Dude, you could sprinkle whatever you want. You're going to be in the comfort of your home with your family. And if you want to put beef stew on it, go for it.
Oh, wow. I love
That's going
it.
to be your group, right? That's going to be your group of people. And hey, this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to create a fun atmosphere with everything going on in the world, with this whole COVID-19.
Right.
We wanted people to have something they could look forward to. They could take an hour out of their time to kind of come together in their own space.
So now people they'll do all the videotaping with their iPhones or whatever in their own home. They'll set up their own little TV studio, and then they can take the video and they send it to you guys for post-production. And then it's going to be put into like a TV show that people are going to be able to watch. And where can people go and log on and watch this at? And when is it going to be on?
So a couple things. One, we, as I said earlier, we already have started that process.
Okay.
So we already have a lot of production going on right now in our community. And so that's going to happen this Saturday. We're going to be Facebook Live. And Mitch is going to send out all that information. He has to send it to me like a couple days before because he knows about my attention span. He knows that it takes me a while. So he's going to send all that information out to the community this upcoming week of where they can go to view all of the chili festivities that are going on. But we already have some pre things going on right now that everyone will be able to watch on Saturday night, August 8th at 6 p.m.
I can't wait for our team at the stadium that represent the Mets, Casey and Josh and whoever else that Casey has lined up, because I know each year they get dressed up and they just go all out. And I've seen a lot of the other people that do the chili cook-off. Everybody goes all out and everybody has like a theme of some sort, don't they?
They do. And this is our 25th anniversary. So there are lots of themes out there that are happening for that date. And so far we have, I want to say, 11 teams competing against each other right now in their fundraising activities. And then we have another 21 individuals that are doing the same exact thing. And so people are going to be dressed up. People are going to do it the way they want to do it. And as long as they keep the videos G, and maybe 13 might work, maybe PG-13 might work. As long as they keep it where I think the post videos are going to be equally, if not better, than the video we're going to put out on Saturday.
So I have a question. I have a question to ask you. What's going to happen? And it figures I would be the one to ask this question. What's going to happen if somebody is cooking chili in nothing but an apron and nothing else?
So that's where I say you're not going to make the cut.
But they're still going to be they're still going to be covered. So I mean, they could be, a guy could be shirtless, and let's say you get a couple of firefighters,
and then you have some Red Hot Chili Peppers playing in the background.
Right? Exactly. You get a couple of firefighters that just want to don their firefighter gear and they leave their shirts off and they want to cook chili. Is that something that's acceptable? Because the sky's the limit here.
Listen, I'm gonna have to call you dude one more time because this is important.
Okay.
I believe that that's why we hired Mitch, so he could either put some clothes on us or he could do whatever. We're going to focus on the chili.
I know that.
So
I know that. You know I'm only toying around with
So
you.
as we're
I know you're pushing it.
as we're focusing on that chili, do we have a certain date in our homes to make the chili, or can we go ahead and make the chili in our home anytime? Or is there like a certain day event that we're going to be making it so people know out when to get prepared and get that ingredient?
Like, when is the submission deadline?
So you could make the chili anytime that you want. Again, it's going to be in your home. You could make it that night. You could make it during the day. It's really up to you whenever you want to submit your chili to Boys and Girls Clubs after you've made your chili to be a part of that taping.
This sounds like
Again,
no
this is
pressure. Yeah.
no pressure. And again, because we're having to be in this virtual space, there's not going to be an actual chili contest, meaning an eating contest or tasting. It's really about bringing the community together and fundraising for what we do every day, and that's giving kids opportunities that need it the most. And so this is just another way of bringing the community together for a good, solid cause. And I can tell you, the community is doing an amazing job. Last year, I'm just throwing this out there.
Okay.
Last year, the Board of County Commissioners raised $12,000
Oh, my.
for this event.
Wow.
$12,000.
That's amazing.
It's
that's
a great
that's,
event.
that's
And they had
amazing.
a
Great event.
Well, this year, going virtual, they've already raised over $20,000 for this event.
Oh my.
Do you think virtual is going to be the way you go in the future for it then? Or you think we'll be back live with a chili cook-off?
We absolutely want it to be live because we have to have that human interaction, but I think virtual will be somewhat a part of it.
Okay. All right. Now, so this year it's kind of cool because, it's the 25th anniversary. So therefore, we're not going to have any winners. There's not going to be any losers. Everybody's going to be a winner because everybody's participating.
I could have said that at the beginning of the show. You're exactly right.
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
You know what? I'm going to fire up and make some really hot chili for it and go and light off some fireworks in my backyard for the occasion.
There you go, Bonnie.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Fire chili and fireworks everywhere.
Well, keep us updated and make sure Mitch reaches out to me and keeps me updated as soon as we have an air date for everything. I definitely want to have you on one more time to talk about it and when it's going to air. I mean, this is just a great thing to do. It's the 25th annual. It's the 25th anniversary of the Chili Cook-Off in St. Lucie County. And of course, the
amazing event.
It's a great event raising money for a really, really super good cause. Excellent. Well, I appreciate you being on with us. I really do.
Well, thank you. And I just want to clarify, it is our 38th annual Chili Cook-Off. And it's our 25th anniversary and being Boys and Girls Clubs here in St. Lucie County.
Wow.
Yeah.
I apologize. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
The Boys and Girls Club, though, man, what a great organization. And
Yeah.
our good friend Mitch Chlorfane is from it, and we've had him here in studio.
Mitch has been on a few
too.
times with us. Mitch is a
Yeah.
great guy. He's a good friend of the show, and Mitch knows that anytime he calls me with anything that he's got news, he knows I'll drop what I'm doing at a dime, on a dime, and I will always make room for somebody like you guys, without a doubt. So please reach out again and keep us updated with everything that's going on.
Absolutely. Maybe you and Mitch could have a hot chili pepper eating contest.
No, that would not be good for me because I do not do good with hot foods.
Yeah.
I don't. Now, if we're talking pizza or Italian food, now we're talking, I'll give him a run for his money. But as far as the ghost chili pepper or hot chili pepper, maybe I'll put my 30-year-old son in place of me because he likes that kind of stuff.
And Evan doesn't even like beer, so
I don't even like beer.
He can't even chase it down with an
can't chase
ice cold
it. No,
beer.
I don't drink, so I mean, I'll be down in milk all day long.
It coats and soothes your stomach.
That's true.
Exactly.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on, man, and stay in touch. Please do.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, always a pleasure. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Wow, that was great having him on. 8:22 right now. It's news time. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Florida Department of Health says Martin County has the highest positivity rate for children in the entire state of Florida. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
According to the Florida Department of Health, 1 out of every 4 kids tested in Martin County has come back positive for coronavirus.
That's just scary.
A pediatric report released by the Florida Department of Health as of late last week, 25.3% of COVID tests for children in Martin County have come back positive, the highest positive percentage in our area.
That's one of the reasons why we wanted to keep them home and to do virtual.
Lisa Yansarak has 3 kids, one of whom is 5. She says the long-term effects of COVID-19 are unknown and that going back to school is not an option.
I can't personally risk my child on a ventilator in a hospital.
Kids need school. They need the socialization. They need the actual physical learning environment.
Narlin Durbin says the gap between positivity rates in neighboring counties does not concern her.
I have full confidence in the teachers and staff and the custodial staff and them being able to have a secure environment, a safe environment that they're going to sanitize.
Martin County Health Department notes that the positivity rate is a cumulative total. Durbin says previous plans that would have delayed the start of school would have not made a difference.
If we get it, we get it. We got faith that we'll be fine. We'll pull through it. We won't be hospitalized. We won't die.
The Martin County Health Department says prior to the month of May, children could not get tested unless they were symptomatic. Reporting in Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
2 Palm Beach County middle school students are responsible for getting some of the most protective gear into the hands of our frontline healthcare workers. WPTV's Erica Racco has the details.
What Micah and Molly Cap have accomplished in just 3 weeks, nothing short of amazing. A website created, a GoFundMe campaign launched, thousands of dollars raised, 10 powered air purifying respirators purchased, and a matching program from the major maker of these respirators.
It goes over your head like this.
This is called a powered air purifying respirator, or PAPR.
It also has a HEPA filter to filter out all of the unwanted particles.
The newly designed piece of equipment, manufactured by Ford, is top-of-the-line protection for our healthcare heroes caring for COVID-19 patients.
They need to feel safe so they can come home to their families, and we don't want them to spread the virus to their families because we want them to stay safe and healthy.
Molly and Micah Cap know that stress as the children of 2 physicians. They created the PB PAPR project.
Well, normally this time of year, kids would probably be at summer camp, and my kids are on the computer and on the phone, either writing, calling, or reading about their project in order to make it successful. So I'm really proud of them.
The Cap siblings' efforts noticed by friends, family, complete strangers, bringing in more than $25,000 in 3 weeks. They bought 10 so far, delivering this one to Palm Beach Gardens Medical Center and the rest to other Palm Beach County hospitals.
Instead of going play outside, sometimes we've been putting a lot of effort in, but it's definitely something that I'd like to do to give back to the community.
Also taking note, Ford, and now more PAPRs are on the way. The company's so blown away by the Cap Kids' efforts, they're matching what they're able to purchase. So their goal has gotten bigger, 1 for every ICU nurse and doctor in the county.
It's not the not having the proper protection, it's the anxiety of coming to work. And it's hard when you have the challenges of taking care of sick patients. You want to make sure that you're properly prepared.
Kids can do anything.
Each PAPR costs $700. If you are willing to pitch in and want to help out at all, we've got the link for you to do so on WPTV.com.
Lastly, all Florida-operated coronavirus testing sites will temporarily close as a tropical storm system threatens the state. The Florida Division of Emergency Management said Wednesday that all state-supported drive-through and walk-up COVID-19 testing sites will close at 5 tonight. Some sites will reopen Tuesday, while all remaining sites are expected to reopen August 5. And we will keep you posted on WSTU. The Miami Marlins dealing with another positive test for COVID-19. Multiple reports say an unnamed player has tested positive, bringing the total of coaches and players to 18. The team remains in quarantine in Philadelphia, with their games already postponed through Sunday. News time, it's 8:27. Weather and traffic together are next.
$8:28 the time to Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. All brought to you by Code Red Roofers. Bonnie?
No accidents. Just expect a nice ride. If you got to get there by 9, you should arrive on time. We don't have any slowdowns right now. There's your latest report on traffic. It's a partly sunny sky in 81, Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, warm and humid with light easterly winds and a few coastal showers possible. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, the heat index around 100 degrees, a light breeze out of the east, and partly sunny skies. There's a slim chance for rain near the coast this afternoon, and a few inland showers and thunderstorms are possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Here. Ignition. Liftoff.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
8:32 the time of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for our weekly visit with the one and only Randy Siegel. And Randy, what a picture-perfect launch this morning, huh?
Oh, magnificent.
Unbelievable. The skies, were you able to view it outside? Were the skies that clear?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. I'm here in Wellington, and when you look to the northeast, you saw the rocket going up, and the flame on it. It glinted, the sun glinted off the rocket, so you were able to see the vehicle. But what a magnificent launch. I'll tell you, the Atlas V rocket has been picture perfect. It had very few failures, maybe one or two during its lifetime thus far. And what's interesting about it is that the Atlas V rocket uses Russian engines. Yep, these are engines that propel Russian spacecrafts into space. And Atlas V is the only American vehicle currently that is using those Russian engines for a very successful launch. So we're on our way to Mars, and currently we're in a drift period in Earth orbit. When it reaches the right spot in orbit, they will then ignite it again as it heads to its trip to the red planet. It's going to take about a year and a half to reach the red planet. And when they reach Mars, the spacecraft will go into orbit around Mars, and it will stay there for a couple of months before the lander goes down. They want to pick the exact right spot to land, and they want to make sure that everything is working properly. A little-known experiment that is on board the lander is pieces of advanced spacesuits. Yep, that's right. Samples of spacesuit material are contained on the rover. NASA wants to see what the environment will cause problems with the material that they're going to be using to go into space when they actually do land on Mars. So this is a great test to see about that vehicle. Back on this date in history, in 1965, NASA launched its last Saturn I rocket. That was a test of the vehicle that will eventually be upgraded to take us to the moon. And speaking of the moon, it's also the anniversary of the landing on the moon for Apollo vehicle. The Apollo spacecraft carrying Dave Scott, Al Worden, and Jim Irwin into space landed on this date in history. Unfortunately, there was a lot of hullabaloo because of what Dave Scott did in orbit by canceling some covers, first day covers, envelopes, if you will, for a German company. And then the German company started selling them on Earth. So it created big problems. Because of that, it was Dave Scott's last flight and Al Worden and Jim Irwin's only space flights. Latvia has been admitted to the European Space Agency as another member. So now there are even more people around the country that are members of the European Space Agency. It involves 22 European countries, and they work with partners, US, Japan, Canada, to advance a lot of technologies. The astronauts on board the International Space Station are getting ready to come home on Sunday. The big question is, where will they land, or will they have to be delayed? Currently, when we look at the projected track of Tropical Storm Isaias, we see that the Atlantic off the Cape does not seem to be a good spot because the tropical storm at 2 a.m. on Sunday would be just about off the coast of the Kennedy Space Center. So I have a feeling that if they don't delay it and they do land on Sunday, that landing would probably occur in one of 4 spots in the Gulf of Mexico. This would be the first time that NASA has ever landed a spacecraft in the Gulf. The astronauts, though, continue to do good science work while they're on board the International Space Station as they get ready to close in on coming home. Commander Chris Cassidy had his hands full as he worked on specialized hardware that enabled research into disordered solids or glass and materials heated to extreme temperatures. He first set up a light microscope module that'll look at the microscopic transition of glass-forming materials. Next, he worked on an electromagnetic levitator that observes the thermophysical properties of liquid metal alloys. The Russians, meanwhile, serviced their spacesuits, and they analyzed the spacecraft for impurities that might be in the environment. The docked Progress 75 spacecraft yesterday fired its thrusters and moved the space station a little bit higher into orbit. They moved the space station just over a half a mile higher to put it in phase for the landing of the astronauts, as well as for the new astronauts that'll be coming to the International Space Station. So, thus far, all is working well. Future astronauts to the space station, Sergei Rusakov and Sergei Kud-Sevastykov, as well as their backup, Oleg Novitsky and Peter Dubrov, practiced underwater in a pool in the Cosmonaut Training Center that simulates weightlessness so that they'll be able to work in space as if they were doing a spacewalk and working on a new module that the Russians are still in hopes of getting to the International Space Station shortly. NASA and the European Space Agency expect to spend at least $7 billion to collect the samples on Mars that are going to be left by the Perseverance rover. They will be picked up and then they will be returned to Earth in a round trip. So it's really quite an interesting mission when you consider the costs that are involved and when you consider the complexity of the mission. The rover will pick up soil and then deposit the findings, and they'll be picked up later on in a subsequent mission to return to Earth. What makes it even more interesting is that a Martian year is 687 Earth days. That brings the cost of the 3 missions that will be flown to Mars with the European Space Agency as well to at least $7 billion. Yet work continues in Russia on another Mars expedition in 2022. The Russians are working on a orbiter and a rover that will be on the red planet. They are up against a backdrop of COVID-19 that is preventing them from reaching several of their milestones that they want to reach to put this spacecraft together in a good position to fly. The United States and Russia, lastly, are working on some new space security dialogues that would protect space from becoming a military location. So until tomorrow, when we tell you more about the landing, have a great day, everybody.
That's your latest dose of space in another place with the one and only Randy Siegel. He's here weekday at 8:30, catching us up on what's happening with NASA. Time to head on over to Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Bonnie's standing by with the latest and greatest to soothe your appetite.
You betcha. Right on the corner of Colorado Avenue and 6th Street, find Ellie's Deli. And come in and enjoy an Ellie's tuna melt today. This is on toasted multi-grain bread topped with albacore tuna, garlic mayonnaise. You get some cheddar cheese, tomato, and bacon, all pressed hot and served with a side of your choice. Maybe you would like a wonderful salad from Ellie's. Try the roasted chicken salad, the buffalo chicken salad, fresh mixed greens topped with your buffalo spiced chicken, grape tomatoes, chopped celery, red onion, crumbled gorgonzola, and banana peppers, served with a dressing of your choice. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. Once again, they're at 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
Time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold is opening up at $1,949.90 an ounce, and silver opening up at $23.27 an ounce. That's your Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:43 news time once again. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
The Florida Department of Health says Martin County has the highest positivity rate for children in the entire state of Florida. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
According to the Florida Department of Health, 1 out of every 4 kids tested in Martin County has come back positive for coronavirus.
That's just scary.
A pediatric report released by the Florida Department of Health as of late last week, 25.3% of COVID tests for children in Martin County have come back positive, the highest positive percentage in our area.
That's one of the reasons why we wanted to keep them home and to do virtual.
Lisa Yansarak has 3 kids, one of whom is 5. She says the long-term effects of COVID-19 are unknown and that going back to school is not an option.
I can't personally risk my child on a ventilator in a hospital.
Kids need school. They need the socialization. They need the actual physical learning environment.
Narlin Durbin says the gap between positivity rates in neighboring counties does not concern her.
I have full confidence in the teachers and staff and the custodial staff and them being able to have a secure environment, a safe environment that they're going to sanitize.
Martin County Health Department notes that the positivity rate is a cumulative total. Durbin says previous plans that would have delayed the start of school would have not made a difference.
If we get it, we get it. We got faith that we'll be fine. We'll pull through it. We won't be hospitalized. We won't die.
The Martin County Health Department says prior to the month of May, children could not get tested unless they were symptomatic. Reporting in Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV, News Channel 5.
One person was critically injured in a boating accident in Martin County. According to Martin County Fire Rescue, the accident occurred at 6:55 p.m. in the intercoastal waterway at the Jensen Beach Causeway. Northeast Causeway Boulevard was closed temporarily so an emergency helicopter could land. The patient was transported to a local hospital. FWC is investigating the accident. And as many Floridians feared getting kicked out of their homes, Governor Ron DeSantis once again extended his suspension on evictions. WPTV's news partner KJ Hiromoto has more.
Also extended tonight, Florida's hold on evictions. Anyone struggling to make rent or mortgage payments because of the pandemic now has another month of a grace period. This means private landlords cannot file evictions for anyone not paying rent through August 1st. Across the state, more than 2,600 evictions are waiting to be processed. When this moratorium is eventually lifted, all back rent will be due. Some experts believe evictions are going to flood courtrooms.
Lastly, Florida is setting a record for coronavirus deaths for the second day in a row. 216 fatalities reported yesterday bring the statewide toll over 6,400. There were more than 9,400 new cases. The ACC Board of Directors voted Wednesday to proceed with an 11-game football season that begins the weekend of September 12 and includes FBS independent Notre Dame playing a full league schedule, but only if public health guidance allows. All ACC schools and Notre Dame will play 10 conference games plus 1 non-conference game of their choosing, and the Fighting Irish will be eligible for the ACC championship game. There will be no divisions for this season only. News time 8:47, weather and traffic together next.
$8:48 is the time. It's time for traffic and weather together, brought to you by Code Red with First Bonnie.
Everything looking good. Expect a nice ride on the major highways. US 1, if you're going down US 1 right now, things looking good, no tie-ups. There's your latest look at traffic. And it's 82 in Stewart. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
This morning here on the Treasure Coast, warm and humid with light easterly winds and a few coastal showers possible. This afternoon, hot and humid with highs in the low 90s, the heat index around 100 degrees, a light breeze out of the east and partly sunny skies. There's a slim chance for rain near the coast this afternoon, and a few inland showers and thunderstorms are possible. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Glenn Glazer on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Rise and shine.
This is not the cheesecake talking.
Who wants cheesecake?
You should not be eating cheesecake.
For breakfast.
Cheesecake is a fun alternative.
Well, we are known for our cheesecake.
Which is why I'm going to order the cheesecake.
I'm getting cheesecake. All right, breakfast is served.
You win this round, Mr. Cheesecake.
I just need some coffee.
Happy National Cheesecake Day.
All right, let's start.
You know, today is National Cheesecake Day, right, Bonnie?
Oh, that's my kind of day. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I think I'm going to go to the store and get me some cheesecake when I get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Between the wife going to cook up some sauce and cheesecake, that's a great combination. We have a phone call. Let's go to the phones right now. Hi, you're on the air with Evan and Bonnie. Who's this?
Hello, guys. Hello from the Grand Canyon.
Oh, he's there.
At
He's
the
at the Grand Canyon. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
He made it.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside here. And my goodness, I've never seen a most beautiful place in the world.
Oh, wow. Okay. How's Edna doing?
She's cooking up she's going to make a cheesecake this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's National Cheesecake Day, so Edna's going to cook up some cheese. Care to share the recipe with us or no?
Okay, cheese and cake.
Oh, okay. Well, ask a stupid question and you get a stupid answer.
Oh!
Yeah. Okay.
But what kind of cheese can we use
Yeah.
any cheese in that
Cream
cake?
cheese? Is it? What kind of cheese?
Oh, Philly cheese, cream cheese. That's the best.
Oh, that
Okay.
Philadelphia brand.
All right.
Yeah. That's a good brand.
And some strawberries on top of it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I
All right.
usually like cherries on the top of mine. The cherry
Ooh.
cheesecake is the best.
Okay.
You got to be different, don't you, Bonnie?
Well, since you happen to call in, old man, I thought we'd play a round of Sloganoff between you and Bonnie right now. I figured that would be apropos. That's one of Bonnie's favorite games, Sloganoff. The way the game works is I'll read a classic edition slogan, and then you have to give me the name of what it goes to. All right, you have a possibility of getting 10 points here. All right, and what we'll do is we'll spin the wheel to see who goes first. Here we go. I've got Bonnie's face on the wheel and the old man's face on the wheel.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, here we go.
Throw darts at it now.
All right, here we go. And it looks like it starts on the old man.
The old man
So
today.
the old man's going to go first. All right, old man, here we go. I'm going to read a slogan, and you tell me what it pertains to. Here we go. Your way, right away. Your way, right away.
Like an Edna thing, but I'm oh my goodness, I'm stoked.
You're stoked? Okay, Bonnie, any idea?
I don't know. Rite Aid comes to mind.
No, it's Burger King.
Oh.
Before they changed it to have it your
Your
way.
way, yeah.
Yeah, it was your way, right away.
Oh.
All right.
Wow. My day now.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Here we go. Number 2. The old man still has control here. No battery is stronger, longer. No battery is stronger, longer.
Could that be Duracell?
Correct.
Good job.
Old man's got a point.
The
All
old
right.
copper top.
Yes. All right. Here we go, old man. You have control. The very best thing of all, there's a counter on the ball. The very best thing of all, there's a counter on the ball.
Oh, it almost sounds like Walgreens.
No, Bonnie.
Okay, well, I'll say Target.
No, it's something that's called Skip It. I've never heard of that before.
No.
Skip
Never
it.
heard of that.
All right, here we go. Old man still has control. Here we go, old man. Still classic edition. Enos lives. Enos lives. What do you think it is? Enos lives.
Almost sounds like a Klondike bar.
No, Bonnie?
I don't even
Any
have
idea?
I don't have a guess.
It's the PlayStation. The PlayStation.
Oh, wow.
All right, one more classic
Okay.
edition.
That's old.
All right, here we go, old man. Solutions for a small planet. Solutions for a small planet. What do you think it is?
NASA?
What?
NASA. NASA.
No.
Oh, weird.
No. Bonnie?
Okay.
These are really hard today.
Yeah, they're difficult.
He said NASA, so I'll go SpaceX.
No, it's IBM.
Okay.
All right.
IBM Solutions.
All right, so
Yeah.
now we're going to do the
Oh,
modern. Now we're going to do the modern edition.
Wow.
And we'll start with you first, Bonnie. Okay. Unexplainably juicy. Unexplainably juicy. It's a candy.
Mm.
Okay, candy.
Starburst.
correct.
Oh.
Wow.
I almost went with juicy fruit gum, but then I thought of the
Okay.
old Starburst.
All right. That's a good one. All right. Bonnie's tied it up and she's in charge now. What it takes to protect. What it takes to protect.
I'm going to say Goodyear tire.
Nope. Old man?
Trojan.
What? No. Wow. Can't believe he said that. Lysol.
Okay.
Lysol. All right, Bonnie, here
That
we
was
go.
close.
Okay. All right, here we go, Bonnie. The Jiffing Good. That Jiffing Good. That Jiffing Good.
Jiffy Pop popcorn.
Oh, no. I thought for sure you'd get it.
Yeah.
Because the answer was right there.
Oh, yeah. It's like Jiffy peanut butter.
The peanut butter.
Correct.
Almost was going to go with the peanut butter, but
Okay.
Jiffy Pop came first.
Okay. All right, old man. You're in charge. Here we go. Impossible is nothing. Impossible is nothing.
Impossible is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing.
Bonnie?
Oh, wow. Just go out on a limb and say Reynolds wrap.
No, it's Adidas. I have no idea where Reynolds wrap comes from.
Tuned to aluminum foil.
Okay.
Well,
when in doubt, use aluminum foil.
Because the Reynolds wrap is possible because it's quality wrap.
All right, here we go, old man. Last one. Proud sponsor of moms. Proud sponsor of moms.
Oh, my goodness. Proud sponsors of moms. Mhm.
Time's up. Bonnie?
I'm going to go with those Huggies diapers.
Oh, you're so close.
Love Huggies or something.
It was Procter and Gamble.
Oh, okay.
Procter and Gamble. Wow. All right.
Did I win?
No, it was a tie.
2-1.
It was a tie. It was a tie. All right, so old man, how long are you going to be at the Grand Canyon for?
Probably another day.
All right, and then where are you off to?
I think we're going to head up towards Utah. Maybe
Utah.
Salt Lake
Oh, it's
City.
home of the Osmond brothers.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll see Donnie or Marie. All right, say goodnight, old man.
Good night, old man.
All right, that's the old man down the road. Pays us a daily visit whenever he's out in his 1987 Winnebago. All right, we're out of here. We always say chow mein.
Honduras.
And Arriva Dirty. The words of Ellen DeGeneres. Be kind to one another.
And wear your mask. Be kind to your kids today.
That's right. Have a great day, folks. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is up next, and we'll see you back here for the TGIF edition tomorrow right here on Martin County's Heritage Station. Bye-bye.